8. Ignition sequence has started. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have commit and we have liftoff at 2:13. The Saturn V building up to 7.6 million pounds of thrust, and it is clear that
Thursday, partly sunny skies and 57. And to another woman who likes to be double-fisted in a different way, I think, Jess.
She means beer. She means beer. Guys, she means beer.
Thursday.
The reason you press, you gotta think. When the meat hits the grill, it starts to shrink.
We start shrinking when we hit that grill. You know it will. We start shrinking when we hit that grill. You know it will. Stage 1, I'm raw, you just laid me down. I'm stage 2 and I'm getting brown. You turn me and press me just one time, but there's 2 more stages before I'm fine. I'm stage 3, you press me twice, just 1 more stage before I'm nice. Stage 4, I'm hot, I should be done, looking good like I should so you can serve me, son. I'm stage 5 and I'm still alive, but serve me soon and don't be slow. I've only got 1 minute to go.
Remember this rap and you'll be hot. Give the grill your very best shot, and soon you develop some real grill skill. You'll be tough on the grill, yes you will, Mr. Bill.
For pink, is this medium well, or medium rare?
You can't cut that.
How do you cut that open?
Yeah, if you cut that open,
you can read through it.
Yeah.
Look, yeah. Let me get a DeVito thin, please. When you go to a deli, ask for DeVito thin.
Somebody wrote, Ray, Bobby Friend, Ray is a poor judge of pink things. Oh, Bobby Friend.
Great.
Stop hating Mondays. Be a professional and hate the whole week instead.
Bruh.
Yeah, I'm what's up, Husey? Hey, Husey, can you do me the favor? Can you send this to
Hey, Ray.
what's up, Husey?
Fuck you.
How did you get it and Chris Sable's not? What's up? Are you being an asshole?
Yeah. Fuck you, Ray.
Let me ask you this. Is KB paying you?
Fucking Ray.
What the fuck?
Kevin Brand.
Remember, today is the oldest you've ever been and the youngest you'll ever be again. Until we meet again.
Every day I wake up and wanna go back to bed. No matter how much I've slept, I wanna go back to bed. No matter what I'm doing, I know what I wanna be doing instead. I wanna go back to bed. I wanna go back to bed.
They taught us how to love. They taught us how to live. Now they're back. Monster Ballads. 35 powerful hits on 2 CDs and 2 cassettes. It's awesome! Whitesnake. Winger. Rush delivery available. Every bad boy has his soft side. Get Monster Ballads. To order, call the number on your screen. This 35-track collection is not sold in stores.
Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Oh, shit.
We're doing it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Friday. I'm BF. We are live, and this is The Vibe. That's right, it is The Vibe. It is Friday, folks. It's not Friday the 13th. It's Friday the 14th. How's everybody doing today? What's good in the stream show good? Let's keep our fingers crossed for good technology stuff today, because we had some issues yesterday where I was kind of getting kicked out of my studios. That's fingers crossed. Let's hope that the technology gods are with us, because it is Friday. It's what? Wait a minute. Who's ready for the weekend? I know somebody can say it with a little more enthusiasm than me, just a little bit.
We are making the weekends longer than the week.
Yes, longer.
And we'll do it again because
you know why. It's
Friday.
That's right, and we're in the middle of Friday. We're not waiting. We're not going to wait for the end of the day to have fun. We're going to do it right now, folks. What's good in the stream show hood? I'm your man, BF Bobby Fran. Were you ready for 3 hours? You ready for 3 hours of more fun? Let's hang out today. I hope that some of y'all caught some of the 5 gifted memberships that I gave out during the opening chat family check-in. I just might have 5 more to give out at some point. So maybe there'll be an opportunity to figure out your settings and turn on accept gifted memberships, and I will graciously throw out 5 a little bit later on. I got my bro backstage. We got chat family in here. I got a whole sheet full of stuff that we can get to. I got fun clips. I got some great audio submissions from our great people that contribute here to the vibe. Chris Popke being among them. So we're going to have a lot of fun with it today. So let's do it. 3 hours. It's early in the day. We're going to have fun today, and we're going to get you going for your weekend. We're starting now. Let's go. Everybody's working for the weekend, and let's see what our bro is doing. He's backstage. He's my friend. He's yours. Let's bring him in. He is the prop master, Scott Patrick. What's up?
Hoya, BF.
Hoya, buddy. What's good today, man?
Not too much. Not too much. I seen the. I know I've been talking about dogs a lot here lately, but right before the show, I seen these 2 dogs do the funniest thing, man.
Yeah, you and the dogs, man. I never thought. You're gonna end up doing a show called Dog Talk.
Yeah. There's 2 of them laying out in the grass, kind of sunbathing.
Right.
And one of them gets up, and the other one's asleep. One of them gets up and poops real close to the other one. And then lays back down. Well, then the other one gets up and he steps in the poop with his hind leg.
Oh
and
my
God! As soon as he did it, though, his reaction was just to kick it back, and it went into the pooper's face, the other dog's face, and it was hilarious.
Wow, bro. Well, that's funny. It almost sounds like a Bobby and a Scott dog there, like pooping near each other and then getting the other one to see just to piss off the other dog, man. Like that dog knew it was an asshole. They know you don't want to shit near. They want to sleep with their shit. I think that was they were being bros with each other. It sounds like, man.
This is hilarious.
Sound like you and Scott if they were dogs, or you and Bobby if they were dogs, and one of you got up and just shat next to the other one just to get at them. Well, that's funny, man. And it's funny how you're tuned in. You're Mr. Dog Man. You're like Scott, the prop master and the dog whisperer now. You are.
Yeah,
You're gonna have that.
I guess so.
The unintended dog whisperer, the involuntary dog whisperer, if you will. But that's good. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you're kind of getting over that, because, like I said, it can be fun, and like you said, we're having a laugh now at the dogs because they can be fun. They're fun companions.
Yeah, I like to watch their. I like to watch their behaviors. Just kind of studying them.
Absolutely, man. And that's why you'll hear many people say that they enjoy animals more, their personalities more than humans, man. Yep. So it's good, man. So it's good. I think that's a good way to unwind too, because when you are playing and you see dogs, how they don't give a shit, and you're kind of paying attention to that, it kind of takes you out of your kind of mindset if you're kind of playing with them. So
yep.
I try to be playful every now and then. Well, all right, man. Well, let's go hang out for the next 3 hours or so. We got at least 78 chats building up. I gave out some gifted memberships. I think I see some pretty colors in there. I know we got lots of friends, so it's Friday, folks. I put the glasses on. I go over to my elements and I choose the chat family check-in, and you let me know what you're up to, because it's Friday. It is Friday, 3/14, March 14th. It is episode 266 of The Vibe. This is the opening chat family check-in. Let me know what you're up to, folks, and let's go.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
Welcome to The Vibe. Positive vibes here in the midday. And we start off with the opening chat family check-in for Friday, March 14th. I let you know that I always got my preset options pinned at the top. The Reverend Wild Bill checks in and says, Hoya, what do you gonna know? Well, what I play first out of those 2? I guess out of those 2, I'll just say Hoya Wild Bill.
Get a Hoya. Get a Hoya.
The Reverend Wild Bill catches the first Hoya of the day as my bro Pecan checks in. The talented bro. He says Goonie Goo Goo Begonias, Unga Bunga, Gano Gano Gano, and a BF Chang emoji. Well, that gives me an opportunity to play two sounds. What do you gano? My friend, Pecan, let's get it going. Come on out, what do you gano? No, everybody, let's get in here. Funky Bronco, our bro, checks in and says, wow, these Easter pints are strong, having trouble getting up. Funky Bronco has been saying for at least 3 days, Scott, that he's been scissorping on Easter pints. He must have bought a case of them mofos.
Easter pie, I'm not sure what that even is, really.
Well, if I'm interpreting this right, a lot of these kind of breweries, Scott, they have different seasonal ales and different brews that they do for like summer and Easter and season. So I'm thinking that he got some Easter pints of some kind of special brew, maybe, and he's been enjoying them. When I
tastes like Peeps. Beer that tastes like Peeps.
You never know, Scott. I live here near in the area of Pennsylvania where Hershey is based, and we've had Hershey put in some of the ales before, and I'm like, just the sweet and the beer, that just doesn't mix for me. So you're not too far off with the Peeps. You're not far off. Let's see. Pecan checks in with a most generous and helpful $2 super chat and says, oh shit, we're doing it. It's Friday. Sick Cal. Let's go.
We are making the weekends longer than the weeks, and we'll do it again because it's Friday.
It is Friday. Thank you, Pecan. Hey, Scott, I saw last night, I was about to wrap up being up very late and bleary-eyed after doing replayables last night, which was a lot of fun. We drink, smoke, laugh, and joke. We were up till midnight. We kind of ended it about midnight. And then I did some more prep on this show. And I'm getting ready to, I'm shutting down all my machinery here. And I see that Bobby Nick's going live with a pop-up stream. At like 2 in the morning or 3. I don't even know what, I was bleary-eyed. 2:30 in the morning. I don't know what it was, Scott. You know that?
He asked me if I was able to, wanted to come on, and I couldn't do it, man. I wanted to go to bed. I couldn't.
That man can't get enough. So I think that's at least one of the reasons why he's currently not backstage with us. But he did join me for the last half hour of the show yesterday. So we'll see if Bobby Nick jumps in. Funky Bronco says, Pecan, me and Rev Fug Lee robbed a few donut shops this morning. No donut was spare. He says phone nut. There's phone nut in there. Pecan says, Funky Bronco, y'all going to get caught one of these days. Funky goes back to Pecan. For a big guy, Fugly is nimble. He screams, everyone on the ground. Nobody move until I get all the cream filled. The Reverend Wild Bill checks in and he goes, oh shit. He knows that means we're about to have fun here on the Vibe. The Reverend Wild Bill Hoya from Pecan. TT checks in here, Scott. Our friend Testicle Tiger.
Testes.
What is that? What sound? Got to get my sound in the board. I got to hook up my sound to the board. She says, what's up, chat family? Happy freaking Friday. We made it. Yes, TT, we did make it. We did, in fact, make it. Let me get this. Let me try this real quick. There it is. There it is. Testicle Tiger Hoya from the Reverend Wild Bill. Hoya Rev right back from Testicle Tiger. Testicle Tiger gets the Hoya from Pecan. Testicle Tiger shouts Pecan out right back. All hail Blocky Fran. Who that is? Who Blocky Fran? I don't even know of anybody by that name, Scott. Who Blocky Fran? Who that? We have what? Welcome to BF Live. I love blocking people from chat. I am Blocky Fran. Not true. Oh, yeah. I repeat, not true. Terry Nee checks in, my bro. Last week's date. Old news. Kicked them to the curb. Having fun with the Slurpee emojis. And you can too if you're a member here on the Vibe. And I gave out 5 memberships so you can have fun with these emojis today. Shoot woot, my sister Kathy says. I don't know what shoot woot is. But how about woot woot? You get the big kiss. How you doing, sis? Terry Nee, afternoon, sir, from the Reverend Wild Bill. Kathy gets the shout out love from Reverend Wild Bill. Skol, our friend checks in and says bones and Hoya. Day 19 without a Perry apology, Scott. We're doing day 19. We're counting the days.
Shut the fuck up.
You owe him multiple apologies at this point. Day 19. I'm going to get that dramatic music bumper, Skol. And every time you check in with the day, I'm going to go, day 19. We got to count the days because I told him, Scott, Perry's not going to apologize anytime soon. It's going to turn into a countdown. The Reverend Wild Bill is having fun with the Blocky Fran, Buffalo, and Broccoli Fan emoji. Skull gets the Hoya from the Reverend Wild Bill. Skull gets shout out love from Testicle Tiger, as well as my sister Kathy. Kathy shouts out Testy Tiger right back. Pecan says happy birthday to Terry Nee. Well, we haven't played this all week, so happy birthday to Terry Nee and anyone celebrating their birthday this week.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Terry Nee. Kathy Linder Hoya from Pecan. Skull gets the shout out love from Pecan. Oh, the horror, says the Reverend Wild Bill. Happy birthday to Shawnee last night, Scott. Yes, it was Shawnee's birthday. And Terry Nee was in there having fun last night and being most generous with his super chats for Shawnee and also. We had a good little time last night. We had a gay old time, dare I say.
Right, I caught some of it.
Did you? Okay, I thought you would chat. Got a little bleary there. LJ Lowe checks in no matter what time of day and says, good evening. How you doing there, LJ Lowe? Let's see, we have our next friend checking in. It is the Dang Lizard taking the vibe worldwide.
Hey.
Dang Lizard checking in on this. It's Friday. I imagine you're making your way to Saturday over there where you're at. Dang Lizard, thanks for checking in. Pecan gets a shout-out love from Terry Nee. LJ Lowe gets a shout-out acknowledgement from Pecan. Dang Lizard Hoya from the Reverend Wild Bill. RWB, that's the Reverend Wild Bill from Terry Nee. Dang Lizard gets a shout-out love from Pecan. Pecan gets an acknowledgement from LJ Lowe. Here's where I threw out 5 gifted memberships. Did you catch one of them? Did anybody catch one? Well, hang on tight, folks, because I'll give out 5 more at some point later on in the show. So you have another opportunity. Hoya all from Reenie checking in. Always kicking the best positive vibes here. How you doing, Reenie? Happy Friday, girl. We made it. Stream Elements bot lets me know that Wendy Pack was one of the recipients of my 5 gifted, as well as a Kumudgeon. A Kumudgeon caught one. And Dylan from somewhere caught one of those memberships. Pecan gets the love and a red rocket. Whoa, countdown liftoff. Red rocket from my sister. Nimrob71, our bro, caught one of those, as well as Byron Granger. So stay tuned. You might catch one of the 5 I give out later on. LJ Lowe Hoya from the Reverend Wild Bill. Reverend Wild Bill Hoya from the LJ Lowe. The Reverend Wild Bill is having fun with the BF Chang emoji, Puff Puff Pass, and BF Chang. Scott, I like to go out and do a little, very little. I do a little pre-show prayer or whatever, and I got kind of do a little one quick hit. Nothing crazy,
Right.
just something a little kind of get me a little even before the show.
Right,
Man.
take the edge off.
Taking the edge off, so I'm not edgy right now. Thank you, Reverend Wild Bill. Tikal and Puff Puff Pass says Pecan. Funky Bronco, you say you smell today, but I think you've been telling us ever since you've been around us that you smell every day. Very stinky, he says, Scott. He would always describe how, like, I need a shower and showers ain't helping. I want to, LJ Lowe, I'm glad you enjoyed something from one of my older liftoff reels. You miss Husey. Well, yeah, it's fun. Last time I saw Husey was when Bob went on there about 2 weeks ago, Scott.
Yeah, I ain't seen Husey in a while.
Yeah, he's kind of doing his thing. I think he's kind of in that stuttering John lane, and he's doing shows with kind of in that kind of lane, if you will. But yeah, haven't seen him as much as we normally do. So that's a good observation, LJ Lowe. We miss Husey too. Take a shower, Funky Bronco. The Red Bull gives you winger. Oh, wait a minute. He's headed for a heartbreak. No, they had the power ballad at the beginning of in the liftoff reel. I like that. All of those songs. We knew them. Let's see. Can you feel that? Oh, shit. She knows it's about to go down here on the vibe when she sees that. And so does the Reverend Wild Bill. I got some stories for you. I got some funny clips and articles we're going to have fun with and some great new sound content we can get to. As a matter of fact, let's see. Popkey, I don't know if he's checked in yet, but I'll play this again when he checks in later. But we were talking about Wendy yesterday, and Wendy came up, and so I think Wendy was also in one of the songs or whatever. But so Popkey did his thing is what I'm getting at, based on some of the conversation we had about Wendy, because Wendy is always a Wendy to me, Scott.
Right.
She shits up her pants.
'Cause she's always a Wendy to me. You know what to do. You know what to do, Popkey. Fucking Chris Popkey made that up yesterday off of the show. She's always a Wendy to me, Scott. So here we go. We're doing it. We are having it. She knows it. We're being it. We're living it.
We're doing it.
We are doing it, Testicle Tiger. Let's see. Let's keep going. There he is. Friday the 14th was scary as fuck. That's not even. That's like Temu Friday the 13th when they couldn't afford the copyright. They're just like, we'll just do the next day around it. Thank you, Pop. Yeah, I appreciate that. I not only appreciate that one. I don't know if we're going to get into a dedicated Perry segment today necessarily. Let's see. So let me find my peas. I got to go pee and I'll play this. He also made me this, Scott.
I've got enough bananas in my home. And another banana that I don't need?
Oh.
I don't need them! I don't fucking need bananas! I got enough bananas! I don't want any more!
He likes bananas and he likes 7-Up.
I enjoy bananas.
Fuck yeah, some Poppies. LJ Lowe says it's Friday and I hope everyone gets fingered. Ooh, Scott, you get the shout out love for Friday. That's a nice wish for a Friday. I bet people said
testes.
Let's see, here you go. Scott! Terry Nee is looking, what was he looking at here? The Chinese? Let's see. What is that, Scott? Oh, it's Pie Day. I think that's pie.
Oh.
It's either pie or it's a Chinese kind of entryway. Scott, you're getting the shout out love from the Reverend Wild Bill, of course.
Yeah, Wild Bill. I think he said. I think that was a chink-eyed. I think that was an Oriental thing on the first is like an Oriental.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. It's
eyes,
like
so it'll be like chink eyes.
Oh, you talking about me, Terry Nee? Talking about me, buddy? Yeah, it could be me. He always likes to point that out. BF Chang might be here because you do replayables on a Thursday night, and I had a couple drinks last night, Scott, so you never know. Let's see who's checking in again with the opening chat family check-in. As I make my way to, we got Scott, there was love. FJM's here with the Health Watch update and says, I be here to watch some BF Live, waiting on the hospital to call. Stick around, FJM. We'll keep the blood flowing for you, buddy. I hope they get you scheduled soon and get your stent taken care of, buddy. Popke says dog politics with Scott Fitzpatrick. dog politics. That sounds like it might be a little rough there, Popke. That might be just a little rough. Oh, they didn't like that joke. Good afternoon to all of you. Peace and rock on, says FJM. All right. Jerry Lahane says like, poop, and subscribe. Got a poop theme going here today, Scott Fitzpatrick, for whatever reason. FJM gets a shout out love from Peak Hunt. Let's see. So, Sasquatch Discord link is in there. Shawnee is the dog man expert. Stop cutting Shawnee's grass, Scott. That a thing? FJM says thank you to Peak Hunt. Jerry Lahane gets a shout out love from Peak Hunt. Peak Hunt says you're welcome, FJM. Hey, Peak Hunt from Jerry Lahane. Here he is, the twisted mind of Cyke Labs. Cyke checks in. Might be too busy to chat today, but we're listening. Well, thank you, Cyke. 666 says Testicle Tiger. Cyke Hoya from the Reverend Wild Bill. Cyke emoji's going out to you from Peak Hunt. Terry Nee says Skunky Bronco. Instead of funky, he's skunky, Scott. I like that one. JA's checking in and says hey to me. Peak Hunt, Testicle Tiger, and Terry Nee. What's up, JA, brother? JA gets the Hoya love from Testicle Tiger. Peak Hunt shouts out JA. Bart checks in and says, good afternoon, chat family. That's just plain old Bart. Was it Bart? We got Bart and plain Bart. Let me see. Home and doing it. Don't we got two different ones? That we have just Bart and Bart? Or am I imagining things?
We're doing it.
I don't remember.
We're doing it.
So he's like, I don't remember. These Easter Pints are still hitting Funky Bronco strong. Just a guess, our bro checks in. He's having fun with the blocky friend emojis on the opening chat family check-in. Hey, just a guess from Peak Hunt. My best friend got a sub. Wendy did. She did, Testicle Tiger. Hey, what do you think about Wendy's song? She's always a Wendy to me, is what I say about that.
She shits up her pants.
'Cause she's always a Wendy to me. You know what to do. You know what to do, Poppy. Terry Nee says, BF, you haven't called since our date. I feel used. Used you are. No, we've been communicating through email. That's just going to have to do enough. Stay out my DMs, Terry Nee. Reenie gets the shout out love from FJM. Terry Nee gets hugs from Peak Hunt. Testicle Tiger says, too busy being a drunk to shower. I have a feeling I know who that's about. JFK Headchunk checks in on a Friday, Scott. Chunk, what's up, buddy? How you doing? What's good? Let me find your sound right quick here. Headshot. There you go. It's quite loud. Reenie shouts out FJM. Terry Nee says P-Cunt with the sadness. Reenie gets a shout out love from P-Cunt. P-Cunt shouts out JFK Head Chunk. P-Cunt gets the shout out love from Reenie. Tits McGee, Mama Nick is a superhero, checks in. And simply says, Hoya, that's all I got today. Hoya's all I got. Well, that's all you need here on the BF Live, the vibe. So to that, I say, Hoya.
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
That's right. We love Wendy. I think we were just talking about all Wendy's different ways or something, about how no matter what, Wendy is always Wendy. And I think just out of that, I kind of said in the moment, she's always a Wendy to me or always a Wendy to us. So.
She shits up her pants.
'Cause she's always a Wendy to me. You know what to do. You know what to do. FJM is having fun laughing, which is great, man. We got Reenie going laughing sideways. Tits McGee gets a shout out love from Pecan. The Nightbot is running all of our friends' links. I heard Cyke uses the red tees. That's a golf slate, Scott. I think that's what the ladies use. I think that's a little golf slate.
Oh, okay.
4.
I'll translate that for some of the people that really don't know anything. I think that's what he was going for. King of all diffs checks in on a Friday. What's up, King? How you doing? Happy Friday. Let's make it in the weekend. He says the vibe. You know what's up. Come and catch some of these vibes. King of all diffs gets a shout out love from Pecan. Howdy, you cunt from King of all diffs. Widow Killer checks in and says Joey C was going crazy this morning, trying to prove that the pastor that looks like Kenny Rogers is Elvis. The pastor that looks like Kenny Rogers is Elvis. Well, I you know what? If that a statement was attributed to almost anybody else, I don't know if it would make sense, but the fact that it's attributed to Joey C, it seems like spot on there, Scott.
Right.
Wow. I only passed by. I see now that Joey and Lou was on, and I see that Lou is now coming on camera more often than I've seen him in the past.
Oh yeah. I said, well, speaking of Joey C, and then him being like, I seen last night he come on. In the middle of, or early in the night or something. Yeah. And he was saying he wasn't just inviting those trolls and everything because he wanted to get warmed up for this morning. He wanted to hit the bed, hit the stream running.
Okay, that's interesting. I mean, imagine some people do need to get fired, get their juices flowing like that. How you doing, Widow Killer? Thanks for checking in today on The Vibe. This show is such a great reset from all the negativeness in most shows. Thank you for acknowledging that, King. Thank you for acknowledging that, man. We know that all that other stuff's going on, and we just want to do us and be positive. So thanks for being here, and thanks for contributing to these positive vibes. That King of all diffs, 100% says Pecan. King of all diffs says it's okay to be nice here. How about that? Scott, I just thought maybe there's a lane for people just to be normal and kind of not just come on and be an asshole all the time. I wasn't really thinking too far out of the box, just some basic stuff.
Yeah, you know? Yeah. I think it's good. Hey, my mouth's as dry as a popcorn fart. I gotta go get a drink real quick.
Okay. All right, I can take you off screen real quick. I'll do that. I'll put you backstage while he gets them. His mouth is as dry as a popcorn fart. I'm gonna get some clarity on that one. Thank you, man. Also, happy Pi Day to everyone. It's something, you know, it's a mathematical equation, the 3.13333. It's the infinite number or sequence. It goes on like forever is what I understand about pi. Although I don't use pi in my everyday life, but I'm sure that people that apply it to science of things that do affect my everyday life. Widow Killer gets a shout out love from Pecan. Hi, King from Reenie. Terry Nee says, Lou has accepted his gruesomeness. There ain't nothing wrong with that. There you go. Because we're moving on up. King of all diffs shouts out, says, howdy to Reenie. Popke says, drier than a nun's cunt. Oh, Jesus. Damn. And I had saying Jesus on it. Drier than a nun's cunt. Well, hey, everybody, throw your expressions in for being parched in the chat. I'm going to take a sip of agua. Mm-hmm. Praise Jesus. Testicle Tiger says, honestly, I got into some of the other dabble shit, and it just brought me down too much. I had to step away from most streams for my own sanity. Thank you for mentioning that, Testicle Tiger, because I think a lot of people, no one wants to be the first one to say that they are not enjoying something or they don't like something because they're like, am I going to be like considered the weirdo? But I think there's many of us that were really burning out on that kind of just all the negativity. And like I said, whether it be Christmas or look, I like to have relations with women, but if I talked about that and did that every day, it wouldn't be Christmas every day. So talking about the same person and the same shit every day is just monotonous to me. So I'm glad. That's why I want to create my own vibe here, and I'm looking for like-minded people. So thank you for that acknowledgement. Let's continue to create our own vibe over here. I mentioned to Spurgsnake that I was sick and tired of the negativity everywhere on the internet, and he said, "Go, here you go, BF Live, the vibe, thank you." I was right to never get into most of it, Testicle Tiger says. The King of All Diffs is laughing. I still love the Dabbleverse, but it's ridiculous. Well, like I said, King, I will say this, look, the Stuttering John shit, it does get old, but I will not deny that they come up with some great like side bits and kind of segments and stuff off of the conversation. So I'll never deny that. But once again, if it was Christmas every day, even Christmas would get boring. So I just don't like talking about the same thing every day, no matter what it is. What I like doing is getting to the end of the chat family check-in, and I see Scott backstage. So we're going to end the chat family check-in. When I come back, Scott's going to be back, and we're going to get on some more fun. But that was just the opening chat family check-in for the Vibe Friday Stream Show 266. Now on to more fun.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
Well, that's right. You talk amongst yourself. I must have said something Terry approved of because he's applauding. So thanks. What you opening up there, Scott? Now is that a tiny? It's a regular sized Coke, or you got a tiny Coke?
Yeah. But I got about 12 of them, but
we got 12 ounce or 10.
God's nectar is what I like to call it.
God's nectar. Bro, now it's something appealing about these minis. I just loaded up my fridge with about 10 or 12 of the Pepsi minis, but I do pound them down faster.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about miniature things either, whether it be miniature little candies or when things get miniaturized, it seems like it tastes better.
Is that right? Or you want it more because you don't have as much. So I just like they sell those cases of the 30, whether it be usually with the Warehouse Club, 30 of the tiny those tiny Cokes, and there's something just so appealing about them. Like, look, they're cute. I just want to take a little cute little drink of Coke, but I do pound them down. And so now I'm on to the Pepsi ones. So I wasn't sure if that was a full size one or not. But I
don't know. I ain't seen them in a while, but Cokes that used to come in like 8 ounce, real small, 8 ounce glass bottles.
Oh yeah.
Those were
I like
best,
that,
man.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. And there's something, you can just pound them in one drink. Testicle Tiger says, I'm happy with Bob, BF, and Replayables, and Bobby Nick. Oh, and that's it. LOL. Thank you. I said, well, there's enough people that were doing that kind of stuff. I said, I'm just going to come out and be me. Let's have fun with some people. And I'm glad it's working out. JFK Headchunk says, it's funny that bullying Perry is not considered mean. I watched a clip where a guy physically threw him around his own apartment. Well, yeah, JFK Head Chunk. And once again, I don't know. We've talked about this on a couple episodes and all. And well, yeah, I mean, while on the surface, it doesn't look good. I mean, Tony did react in a moment to Perry, like choking him and pushing him against his entertainment center. So while normally I wouldn't be kind of agreeable to seeing that kind of go on, I think it was kind of when you get in a moment and somebody's got their hand on your throat, you're kind of going to react, right? So
Yeah, plus it ain't like strangers. I like to think that, well, me and my friends, we can be a little more hands-on. Like me and Bobby, we would do stuff like that to each other. It ain't like it's his bought. I think they're friendly and a little bit friendly. It ain't
there's
like
a little bit friendly.
It ain't like a stranger pushing you down.
Well, and that too, but when somebody's getting too pushy, I mean, when I think Tony is mostly a kind person. He's really not violent or even very verbal. He don't even cuss or anything. But I think when calm people like myself and maybe like Tony, you get that switch flipped. You don't really know how to like turn it off and control it. And that's kind of what's scary about that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tony did what was necessary, said Electric Head Gino checking in.
Let's see. And he didn't go past what was necessary either. You know what I mean? He just stopped it, and then
he did. He kind of caught himself, like, okay, I think I did enough to finally stop him from choking me, and all that dust and all that shit fell off the entertainment center and everything. So, it is kind of crazy. So, but that is, I mean, it gets weird here a little bit. The Dabbleverse, says Chris Popke. The Dabbleverse is like a terrible car accident. I'm horrified, but I cannot look away. And that's very fair. That's a very fair thing to say. Exactly. Like I said, I just don't want Christmas every day. I only buy Mexican Coke. I've heard many people say this, Scott, because Mexican Coke has actual pure cane sugar in it and not high fructose corn syrup.
You know, I didn't know that. I didn't know there was an option.
I don't know how you get a hold of it, but I do realize that different parts of the world, because of their health standards, have different contents in their Coke and stuff.
I thought coming from Mexico, I would have thought it would have been give you diarrhea or something. You know, you always hear about the water over there giving you.
Well, now no, below the filtering and Coke does, they're not going to want people shitting on their product, right? So I'm sure they address that part right there. But as far as the high fructose corn syrup, I don't believe their government allows it. So that's the biggest reason. I believe that. So let's see. I'm sure it's one of the first ingredients, right? Carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup.
Yep, that's what 1 and 2 is.
There you go. That's what it normally is. And some people say that maybe our bodies can't break that because it's corn syrup. So corn is hard as a starch, it's hard to break down. We're getting into science now. Hands on, Terry Nee says. Little hands on. Got a little handsy there. Not you, Terry Nee.
Hello, Frisco.
Tony loves Perry more than most and knows how to handle Perry when he gets like that. And that was a very rare thing. Electric Head Gino from Peacunt. Howdy, gang, from Electric Head Gino checking in. Tony would leave his apartment, right? He wouldn't leave his apartment, right? Because he got all hung up on being told it was 5 minutes, and then he got bent about that. Perry does have the retarded strength, as Popke says, or regarded strength, as a lot of people say. Tikal says Brutal Pain checking in, Scott.
Pain. Yeah, I was on a show with him yesterday, and then he asked me the first thing he said to me was, "Why wasn't I on BF? Why wasn't I on BF yet Thursday?"
Oh, he's keeping track of you, huh? You know, yeah. There you go. They're keeping tabs on you. Pecan shouts out Brutal Pain with the Tikal. Testicle Tiger says, someone who doesn't know much about PCL wouldn't understand. Yeah, context does help. Oh, I went another direction with the Coke reference. Hey-oh. We're talking about Coca-Cola, Rini. I'll see. Brutal Pain gets the bones up from Testicle Tiger. Pecan gets a shout out love from Brutal Pain. Brutal Pain, Testicle Tiger. Prop Master looks extra stinky and stony today.
I'm not sure what he means by stinky, but he tells me that all the time.
Terry Nee says Coke intensely controls their quality controls. Exactly. Tony is a very pleasant man, Terry Nee has witnessed. I'm sorry, I was relieving my misspent youth. That's okay. We don't judge here on the Vibe. We have a lot of fun. But, you know what? Speaking of having fun, let's check in with our friend. We got to check in with somebody, Scott. He's a new friend. He might end up being a new friend here on the Vibe. Let's check in with Nunchuck Tyler.
Another fun-filled day with Nunchuck Tyler. Every day is fun-filled with Nunchuck Tyler. Your day will be beautiful and great. Doesn't matter if you're having a bad day, we're going to change that with my Nunchucks of Fury. Nunchuck Tyler's doing his Nunchucks of Fury. Gonna make your day better if your day is bad. Nunchuck Tyler's doing Nunchucks of Fury. Gonna make your day better if your day is sad. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Peace.
I know, Chuck. I was hoping too. I said Nunchuck. I was called you Chuck Nunchuck Tyler. You were hoping he was doing like hit himself in the head, right?
I was holding my breath because I remember you don't do that, but once or twice, man, you hit yourself in the head of them things.
I was waiting for it. But Nunchuck Tyler is the shit. And I like how he was like, Nunchuck Tyler, he's going to make you, he's like positive vibes with Nunchuck. It's Nunchuck Tyler. So let's see, we got, I was going to send this to you, BF. Well, Twisted Minds think alike. He's pretty good with the Chucks. Juice Lee says he is Popke. Like me and Scott were waiting for the same thing. I imagine of us all. We were waiting for him to hit himself, and didn't happen. The Human Circus is checking in, Scott. A new recent name showing up here every now and then on the Vibe. How you doing there? What's up, Human Circus? All right. Circus is getting a shout out for Pecan. All right, man. Well, we'll have to see if Nunchuck Tyler makes any more appearances. But I do know I got a few stories over for you in my news. Well, if it refreshes. Here we go. Refreshing. I'm going to go over to my new studio. Hopefully my signal holds out. And I got a few news stories that we can talk about in length as we do the BF Live, the Vibe, other news. This is the Vibe, not so serious news. Let's go on and get it. I'm over here in the BF Live news studio at the news desk. I'm going to play my little ticker in the background, and I'm going to read a few stories that we can discuss at length. This is the BF Live, the vibe, not so serious news. You know where to get the serious news in the world. That's what we do here, the not so serious news. Let's see. In this first story, Scott, a Florida man, we can almost start a lot of stories off like this. Check this out. A Florida police officer delivers pizza after a large gator caught on camera in the customer's driveway. A Florida woman was for a surprise when a police officer ended up delivering her pizza because of an 8-foot alligator hiding out under a vehicle in her driveway. The Bradenton Police Department shared a video of the encounter on X showing Officer Tolson responding to the call. Pizza with a side of gator, the post read. Officer Tolson responded to calls about a 8-foot gator in a 55 and over community, intercepted a terrified pizza delivery driver, and ensured the hungry customer was fed. In a shared body camera footage, the police officer can be heard telling a woman who arrived to deliver the pizza to stop because of the large gator. Look at this. So it's in this kind of community. Trying to see if they get a good shot of it. The officer suggested that the person go around back of the house to deliver it, but the person said they were a little scared there, Scott.
Right. But said
the officer attempted to reassure the woman as long as the gator stayed underneath the car, she could go around back. But then she says, "Do you want to do it, officer?" So then the cop ends up having to take the pizza from this lady in the street and go out back and deliver it because of a gator. And there's the old lady. He's paying the cop for the pizza at the back door of her house because of a gator's out front.
I wish Andrew could see this one.
That's right. He might be ending up in Florida, right?
Yeah. He was one of his worries was getting an alligator snatching him up out of his chair.
Oh shit!
I told him if an alligator gets a hold of him and starts doing the death roll,
yes,
your instinct is to roll with it, but roll against it and just let it take the legs.
Yeah, it won't affect nothing, right? They ain't no use to you, Andrews. Let them take them. Look at it. They're measuring it on the lawn. If you can tell, like the detail on here. They said it's like 8 foot long. They're holding the tape over the gator on the lawn right there, but it says it may turn out to be an 8-foot alligator. So that's just enough. We just call that another day in Florida. I don't think that's anything special to people who live in Florida. Popke says the gators are the least dangerous animals in Florida. Terry Snee says Florida is a 55 and over state in general. Gators are in heat this time of the year. Bobby Woodward. But sometimes I get Bobby Cronkite as well. I'm getting Bobby Woodward, Bobby Cronkite. All right. Let's continue on with another story from the Vibe Not So Serious News.
If the alligator's in heat, what if one of them snatches Andrew out of his chair and starts mating with him?
Oh, they just have his way with him, huh? I like the leg. Just let him take the leg. Whoa, wait a minute. Granny checks in, our Florida friend, and says, "How you going to pass up on gator and a pizza?" Gator meat and a pizza. Well, I don't know about gator meat, Granny, but I seen your girl putting kimchi on Papa John's on Twitter X yesterday, Scott. Let me.
Yeah.
Kimchi is that nasty Korean, sauerkraut. It smells hella. I said, I can't get past the smell. My daughter eats that shit, and she's putting it on pizza. So I guess, yeah, hey, I need gator meat and kimchi, pepperoni, please. That's what they order: gator meat, kimchi, and pepperoni. How you doing, Granny, buddy? Corn checks in, Scott.
Corn.
Granny, we meet again. We meet again, says Corn. We meet again. Oh, there it is. What's up, Granny, says Pecan. Fermented cabbage, says Kimchi. Gator nuggets aren't that awful, says Terry Neen. Granny gets bones up from Testicle Tiger. Corny gets acknowledged from Pecan. As we continue on with the next story in the Vibe Not So Serious News. In this next story, Scott, I don't know if you're familiar with the Uber driving and the Uber and Lyft and the ride services, right? You've heard of them at least, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever had to use one yet?
No, we got them around here, but...
Yeah. Yeah, most areas do, because it's as simple as if somebody wants to be an entrepreneur and go in business and jump on the app, they become a taxi rider. Well, you might be aware that there's a rating system. Like, you can rate how well the driver treats you. And in order to keep passengers under control, they developed a couple years ago a passenger rating system, Scott. Were you familiar with that?
I'm not.
Okay, well you can. So basically, it's like a competition. Like the driver wants to make sure that they constantly get 5-star ratings, so they get good, get good acknowledgement and jobs and stuff. And the passengers don't want to be degraded. Like if you get drunk in a car one night and you cause some shit, you might be 4-star, you might become 3-star or whatever. So you don't want a bad like Uber or Lyft rating. So in this next story, a model was shocked by an angry note from a taxi driver's wife over her outfit. And she says she didn't expect this. So what we have here is a guy who drives Uber or Lyft, one of these ride-sharing services. He picked up a most attractive lady who was dressed sexy. And we're going to read a little bit about this because the wife of the driver ended up kind of having something to say about this and affecting her Uber or Lyft rating. And that's what she looks like right there. She's got the big old ass. It says, she drove his wife mad. A model was blindsided after earning a 1-star rating from a taxi driver and a message from his wife. What's it? Carole Chavez, a Brazilian influencer known for her curves, said that she was headed home from a gym in a cab that she called with a rideshare app. Everything seemed completely normal, greeting the driver when he arrived before hitting the road. No, she a thickin'. She thickin'. It wasn't until she was home that she noticed that he gave her a 1-star review, telling Jam Press that she was surprised by the rating. Then his wife sent me a message through the app, the 21-year-old OnlyFans creator recalled. So now this is where it gets funny, Scott, because this isn't really even the driver. Now the wife has gotten involved. And let's find out how she did it. Apparently, the woman regularly monitors her husband's ride shares and ratings, and did not approve of the way Chavez was dressed. The wife did not. The woman explained that she didn't like my outfit and that this was the reason for the negative rating. She said that she didn't consider my clothing appropriate for a taxi ride. So look, I don't know which one of these outfits she was wearing at the time, if we had that, because she's in various states of dress and undress here. It says that Chavez was taken aback by the woman's actions. I didn't expect this kind of reaction, especially from someone who doesn't even know me, she said, calling the behavior not healthy. I don't think a partner should interfere in another person's personal choices or monitoring their work. Despite her shock, she said she's moving on from the ordeal. She's definitely a big one. I don't plan to file a formal complaint with the app because I know this situation is not about me, but about their relationship, she explained. But this isn't the first time that Chavez has received negative reactions for her attire. The OnlyFans model was previously booted from a supermarket for wearing skimpy clothing, which she believes was prompted by hot woman phobia. Oh, it's a disease, Scott. The wife's a jealous bitch, says Pecan. It says hot woman phobia just came from the supermarket and was bullied for wearing too short of clothes, Chavez wrote on the Instagram at the time. Some people looked with prejudice, others cursed at me, and finally I was kicked out of the site. So there's a couple more pictures, and I think here's a picture that maybe if she wore this to the store, Scott, that might be an issue. I don't know. What do you think?
She's gonna fall apart in a few years, though, man.
She got too many groceries in them trunks. I don't know. I can help her carry all them groceries, damn it. But there you go. But yeah, she got player hated on for being beautiful. That ass is eating her shorts, says Greenie. Let's see. Let's go back on some of these comments. We got Pecan saying the wife is a jealous bitch. Popke also finds the outfit offensive. She needs a good spanking, says Funky Bronco. The Easter pints are still hitting very strong. Granny is Buck Angel. Steel tariff's going to raise prices on my pints. Let's see if we got everybody. We got Gator Nuggets. All right, let's continue on. That ass was eating them shorts, Scott. But what do you think about that? So, I mean, like, they can do that for her being hot, but would they do that for somebody being like the other way, like for being like ugly or obese? Like, it's almost like she said, it's almost like a hot phobia.
Yeah. If it was a sexy man meat type of guy, she wouldn't be complaining.
Oh, Scott makes another good point, right? So if it would, all right, so it might be, she might have a point there about there might be some hot woman phobia going on in this world, Scott.
Yeah.
Well, I know that it is St. Patrick's Day is coming up, this Monday, the 17th, I think is where we're going to celebrate it on, right? I don't normally celebrate it, Scott, but I always know it's around.
Yeah, I got an Irish name and I don't never celebrate it.
Well, that's like Husey makes fun of people like you. You and Stormy, he said you guys weren't real Irish because you're kind of got that Americanized version of an Irish name or something like that, right? He always tries to cut you. He always tries to take your Irish away from you, your heritage.
Yeah, it's not a cut down to me.
Yeah, well, that's what he thinks it is because he's Irish. He's all uppity Irish, like, ooh, Mr. Pure Irish over there. But at any rate, it is coming up. My only traditions for St. Patrick's Day was occasionally we would go away, like have like a long weekend at a certain resort, and they'd have like a St. Patrick's Day parade right on the main drag, and we just sit in a hotel and drink and go stagger to the parade and stagger back and stuff like that. But I've never really been too much on St. Patrick's Day.
No, maybe watch a couple of Leprechaun movies at night.
Really? Did you even get into that? My father loved the corned beef and cabbage because that's and he knew all the spots around town where you get the stankiest corned beef and cabbage. Oh, Popke has a good old callback. Shamrock Shakes, ? There you go. And now that I have had back in the day when they used to put the green dye or they put a little mint in it, right? Maybe a little minty taste, Shamrock Shakes. There you go. But I don't even know if they have them still, Popke, this time of the year. I know that a lot of the fast food places, they make filet of fish the big thing. That's why Perry and Bob ate it the other night. But St. Patrick's Day is one of the bigger, I guess, holidays. It seems like everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's Day. How about this is like a crazy list of jokes of all different varieties of Irish jokes for St. Patrick's Day. These are funny St. Patrick's Day jokes, but it does say, before you know it, it'll be time to get your patty on for St. Patrick's Day. While sipping St. Patrick's Day drinks in your favorite green getup is the classic way to celebrate, there's more than one way to have a golden day. The best way to make your friends and family a shamrock shake with laughter. Look at that. Shamrock shake with laughter. Cracking these silly St. Patrick's Day jokes for all to hear. Now check this out, Scott, because they have funny St. Patrick's Day jokes. Look, they have all these jokes, and we'll read a couple of them. Then I just wanted to show you the amount of jokes. Like this is categorized as funny jokes, right? Now, this next category, look, St. Patrick's Day jokes for kids. Now, there's a whole list of them. Now, look at this. And then there's Irish jokes. So, look at all these jokes. And then, knock jokes. When have you ever seen this many, jokes for, any one category, bro? How about knock, knock? Who's there? Aaron. Aaron who? Aaron, as fast as I could, but I couldn't catch the leprechaun, or I guess so. Let's say knock, knock. Who's there? Irish. Irish who? Irish stew in the name of the law. These are lame, man. I guess that's why people drink. Maybe I'm not drunk enough, Scott. Maybe they're funny when we're drunk. Wow. How about, what are just some good old Irish jokes? What dog breed should you invite to your St. Patrick's Day party? Irish setter, duh, Irish setter. That seems pretty. These are like dad jokes for Irish jokes or something. What does Ireland have more than any other country? Irishman. These are Irish dad jokes. I know it. The fuck is this? What did the Irish potato say to his sweetheart? I only have eyes for you. What the fuck? We're bailing on this. And then, the next one. What is the name of the most popular Irish dance move? The Shamrock Shake. How many potatoes does it take to kill an Irishman? Apparently one, or Granny says, none. Yeah, he's doing potato famine humor. He's doing famine humor. So yeah, apparently, Scott, I guess maybe you got to be drunk to enjoy all of these jokes. Why did the leprechaun open his umbrella? He walked under the rainbow. These are dad-ass jokes.
Yeah.
What? Well, these are lame, man. I'm bailing at it. So let's just say Monday is St. Patrick's Day. We don't normally need a reason to imbibe. We like to smoke or whatever. We do green every day, Scott. Fair to say, right?
Yeah.
Very fair to say. Every day. The FDA should be designated a terrorist organization. Maybe you got to catch up to live. We're talking about high fructose corn syrup. We were talking about that earlier in the Coke segment. We were talking about the Coke and all that. Let's see. Take that away. Let's go over here. And let's bring you another story in the BF Live the Vibe. Not so serious news. Well, I got one more. Scott, you've been probably, even though I don't know how much you keep up with we try to stay out of the regular news.
Yeah, here lately I've been kind of watching a little more though, just to be up to date on what's going on in the world. I know a little bit.
Well, this has to do with the astronauts who went up to the International Space Station. They were only supposed to be there for 9 days or so.
Yes, we were just talking about that last night, and they went there for a 3-day trip, and it's been a year or something like that.
Can you imagine that? I mean, they didn't pack enough clothes or anything for that. Who could do that? So I guess they're adjusting accordingly. But there was problems with the Boeing, I think the Dreamliner, I think they called the rescue capsule, or the capsule that was supposed to go back. There were enough problems that NASA grounded it. They just scrubbed the mission that was supposed to go up and save them, Scott. I think they scrubbed it kind of at the last minute just yesterday. But prior to that, the Bikini Report was going to let us know all about this. Those trapped astronauts have been up there much longer than they should be, and the mission that potentially was going to save them. Take it away, Bikini Report. Tell us how it was supposed to go. Maybe they'll get it in and it won't get scrubbed.
Effective gravity is back in sight for the 2 NASA astronauts who've been stranded on the International Space Station for over 9 months. Sunita Williams and Barry Butch Wilmore were supposed to have been up there for just a few days, but safety concerns surrounding the Boeing Starliner meant to bring them back kept them stuck in orbit. But they're finally set to return to Earth next week via a SpaceX Dragon. There'll be a couple of days of handover time once the new crew arrives, but Williams, Wilmore, and 2 others are expected to undock on Sunday, March 16th. So, any of you out there think you could handle being cooped up on the International Space Station for 9 months? I think I'd go out of my mind, but that's just me. Let us know in the comments, and remember to follow the Bikini Report for more daily headlines.
You probably scared of what them titties gonna do on weightlessness. That's a bad boob job there, Scott. That's a bad boob job on the close look, my friend. Bad boob job right there. Very bad. All right. Well, that's fun. There's a couple. Yeah, so I guess and then I just read yesterday or last night that they had to scrub the mission at the last minute for problems on the launch pad or something like that.
Yeah.
So
them 2 guys have had such a bad time that they're going to be. I'd be nervous when it does come time for them to take a trip back, waiting for the next thing to go wrong.
Wait, not only that, but yeah, just the fact that I wouldn't get my heart set up for any mission because there's been a lot of false starts on this. I don't know, they might have been actually sitting there with their shit pack going, okay, they're really coming this time, and psych, nope, not again. Let's see. Widow Killer says, wait, did she say Serena Williams? Nope, I didn't know that they had tennis courts on the ISS. Reporting the news makes her out of breath, says, it's a lot of thinking and looked very struggly, didn't it? Mandy Diff thrown in saying JFK and Widow. JFK says, toe no, what's going on there? Yeah, there's something going on. Look like talking about that ass was eating them other shorts. Well, something else was eating them shorts right there, Scott, if you know what I mean. All right. Well, we did a few regular kind of stories in the BF Vibe, the not so serious news. And at the end of every one of these news segments we do, I love going back in time and pitting on our miserable news history. We love us some Bob Levy over here. He's our friend and our mentor. So we like going back to the days of Bob Levy attempting to be the newsman on the Miserable Men Show on Sirius Satellite Radio on Howard 101. This is Miserable News History, and today's Miserable News History, we take you back to October 18th in the year of 2009. Bob Levy reading the news with Shuley and Mike Morse and Mark Burns and all the boys right up there on Howard 101. And, folks, when we do this segment here on The Vibe, the Miserable News History, whenever you hear Bob Levy mispronounce a word or a phrase, you have fun by typing it in the chat the way you thought you heard it. Hang on tight, folks, and here we go. This is Miserable News History.
Is it happening? Hello? I don't see nothing.
Oh, you the best thing you had? Pat Benatar. I wasn't getting it because he was fucking me up. I'm chained to your side. Oh, wait. Oh, hang on. Wait. Thanks, Scott. I did that thing again where I'm enjoying it by myself. I see you waving to me like, what are you enjoying over there, BF? Here we go.
You know what we got to do? We're going to do the news. That's what we're going to do. That's right. It's time.
We're finally going to get caught up.
Now it's time for Miserable Men News with your anchor.
Listen for the musical
Bob
clue.
Levy.
Good evening. You begging me to go? You're making me stay? Why do you hurt me so bad? It would help me to know, do I stand in your way or am I the best thing you've had? Believe me, I can tell you why, but I'm trapped by your love, and I'm chained inside. We
Chained inside.
Heartache to heartache we stand. No promises, no demand. Love is a battlefield. We are strong. No one can tell
It's like
us
over
we
his
are
head.
wrong. Searching our hearts for so long. Both of us lost. Love is a battlefield. Yeah. That you're going to take it in the end. All right. Colorado Sheriff Runaway Balloon Saga was hoax. Fort Collins, Colorado. The parents who set off on a worldwide drama by reporting...
Balloon Boy? Is this Richard Heaney? This is Perry's friend, isn't it? I think they're talking about Balloon Boy.
Their 6-year-old son was inside a flying saucer like helium balloon hurtling over Colorado.
Perry's best friend is his
the
father.
stunt to market themselves for the television show A Sheriff Said Sunday.
Richard, that's right.
Larimer County Sheriff Jim Aldersden said at an extraordinarily candid news conference that the boy, Falcon Heen, may not have ever been hiding in the rafters of the family's garage during the intense 5-hour search for him Thursday afternoon. For all we know, he may have been 2 blocks down the road playing on some swing in the city park, the sheriff said. Alberton said the parents, Richard and Mayumi Heaney, put on a very good show for us, and we bought it. Karaka Karzaya.
You remember that time, bro? Like they said, they released that balloon and there was like shots of it in the sky, and we all thought that there was a poor boy drifting across the country out of control when it, Scott.
Yeah, I remember that. I didn't remember it being that long ago, but yeah.
Yeah, a long time ago. And I can't believe they fell for that. It was like one of the first live viral stunts, but man, he had everybody hook, line, and sinker, and it turns out that the kid was like stashed away somewhere and was never up in the balloon at all.
Right.
Lying bastard.
Balkan had proposed deal to Afghan election dispute.
What?
I'll move over to the Jersey one. New Jersey man still trying to impregnate his younger wife. A New Jersey man and his wife have been trying feverishly to conceive a child. No one knows
conceive
what the man's problem, as the list is too long to pick just one. But the man is confident that he will, quote, fill it to the top, would come and have a child for the calming effect he has been waiting for. Reporting for Miserable Man, I'm a moron.
There you go. That's what we like to do here on The Vibe, folks. Reporting for the Miserable Men, I'm a moron. Well, there you go. Let's have a little Reading Rainbow right here. If I can find my little button here for Reading Rainbow. Let's find my R's. What the hell's going to there? Here we go. That's right, folks. We're going to wrap up the segment.
In the sky, I can go twice as high.
Yes.
Take a look in
Richard Heaney.
book.
That's right.
Reading.
Perry
Rainbow.
did crack with him.
Shut
the fuck up. You did. You told everybody you did crack with
Anywhere.
him.
Friends to know and ways to
We're
grow.
going to wrap up the news.
Reading. Rainbow.
Popke rubbed out a couple to Pat Benatar.
Swallow. Is that a fucking kid's book? Friends to know and ways to grow. Reading. Rainbow. Reading. Rainbow. Reading. Rainbow. I'm reading. I'm swimming. I'm a bat in the pool. Look at me go. Olivia is such a stupid name.
A stupid name for a fun guy. We enjoy his segment here at the end of every segment of BF Live, The Vibe, Other News, or the Not So Serious News. That was Miserable News History. Like we said, always tacked on at the end of every BF Live, The Vibe newscast. Now let's get on to some more fun with the show, folks. But that was BF Live, The Vibe. That was just some not so serious news. Yeah, that's right, folks. I'm over here now, back in my regular my casual news studio. There you go. So I did the best. I had just like one little blooper there, Scott.
Right.
One little news blooper. I do that every now and then. I'm glad you were. It's funny because I saw you were like, waving and all that stuff. Because it's happened to Bobby Nick more than it's kind of happened to me and you on the air. So Bobby Nick, and he's like, BF, we can't hear you. He'll just shout at me. Let's look at some facts about this, because I think some people maybe learn some stuff about Perry they didn't know prior to this report. It's funny how all of these worlds come together and we doing this history, Scott. But yes, Richard Heen, he put up his fun Falcon. He said he was supposed to be drifting across the country in a balloon, but it turned out to be a hoax. Perry did crack with him.
Shut the fuck up.
You did do crack with him.
Is that really the story of that? I didn't know that. That
is really a story. Perry knows Richard Heaney, and they did crack together. Testicle Tiger would not lie. She is the head mod over there on PCL. She spits at 100, bro. Yes, that's what I'm saying. These worlds are colliding. It's funny as shit, man. Yes. Popke lets us know that he rubbed up. He said, I rubbed a couple out to Love is a Battlefield video as a kid. Pat Benatar as a prostitute was the best. Pat Benatar. Heartache to heartache, we stand. Imagine if they watched the interviews that Perry did when this was happening. That makes a whole lot of sense, Testicle Tiger, about them smoking crack together. That adds up. That's amazing, says Electric Head Gino. Perry was on The View talking about Richard Heaney. We definitely got to find some of those interviews. David Letterman lifted Dan Rather with balloons. Unfortunately, Eric the Midget never flew. You know what to do. Happy Pi Day to everyone from Not the Bees 2098 checking in. How you doing, man? Happy Friday, Not the Bees 2098. Let me see. I got a couple of Erics here. Let's hit a couple of these. Right?
I'm club fucking footed, you asswipe.
Exactly. There you go. Rest in peace there, Eric. Pecan was throughout the Reading Rainbow because he knows Bob Levy is a virtual Reading Rainbow. It's a fucking kid's book. Testicle Tiger says Heaney also got money out of Perry's mom to go storm chasing, but they just smoked crack the whole time. What? Wow, so everybody was getting pieces of Perry's mom's money, I guess, huh?
I remember hearing the Heaney name with the stuff over there, but I didn't realize that there was that Heaney guy.
Yes, bro. If anybody would know that guy, it would be Perry, wouldn't it? Is that a double wide, Scott? Says Popke. What you're sitting out of? Let's see.
Actually, you got it.
Let's see. Terry Nee says, "Oh," and FJM says, "It's a small world after all." And Richard Heaney, Perry, crazy people know crazy people. So I just had that one little technical difficulty, Scott. But there's some people that they do a little worse at the news than me. Let's check it out right here.
I'm so pale. You're on it. Today's snow is crippling much of the Washington lowlands.
Say their final goodbyes to this fallen Louisville police officer, D.D. Megadoodoo. Megadoodoo.
Slight chance of some participation.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
It's rain. It's going to bring a possibility of some rain.
Well, the sign says that it's 4 quarters for an hour, but a quarter only gets you 15 minutes. So if my math is correct, that's not an hour.
That's not an hour.
But
it is. And also...
What the dumb motherfucker?
I don't understand how something so small can be so impressive. Well, Mark, you would know about that.
Hey-o.
Thank you very much.
Over the last 2 years, hundreds have landed in the Summit County Medical Examiner's office.
My brother used to break in our house and steal the TV.
But now he's dead.
Leave your pride flags, flags, and wear rainbow colors at Pago Bay tomorrow afternoon.
There you go. See, I don't feel so bad about myself now after my little blooper there, Scott. I don't feel that bad. Terry Nee is trying to dox you. He's trying to triangulate.
But he's triangulating my location.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Terry Nee, I guess I'm probably about an hour, or no, about a mile and a half, 2 miles from what would be considered a town.
Got my news. Gotta turn my ticker off finally. I'm done with the news. All right, Popke says, I would precipitate all over that weather girl. Hi-oh. He just did. Widow Killer says, Kimmel had Perry on and was asking him about his sexual relationship with Heaney. Mole and Don appeared and started messing with him. That's how everything they did kind of went back in those days, guys. Wow, that's funny. All right, well, what can I do next? How about I did the news. I did Ms. Rue's history. Let me crack that off. Why don't we see? It is the weekend. It's at 16 minutes after 1. We're at 16 minutes in hour number 2. Why don't I check the National Day calendar to end off the week? Because there's usually some fun stuff to talk about there. Always some kind of funny, quirky holidays. Let's see what they are today with the National Day. Hey, hey.
3, 2, 1.
That's right. Let's get into it because we know there's always a special holiday or celebration, weird ones for someone or some things. Let's see what they are today with the National Day calendar check-in that I'll share with you on screen because I'm a professional. Today is March 14th. It's Friday, March 14th, and you are watching and or listening to The Vibe Stream Show 266. Could you hook a brother up with a like, share, subscribe wherever you happen to be enjoying this program today? And that could be on YouTube, BF Live The Vibe, on Rumble, or on my Facebook. But on the 14th of March, it is National Write Down Your Story Day. It's also National Children's Craft Day, as well as National Learn About the Butterflies Day. And National Pie Day, which a lot of us have already recognized in the chat today, and National Potato Chip Day, Scott. Now, I can get behind this one. I can get behind this one. I like me some potato chips. That's one of my favorite snacks to go to, buddy.
Yeah, but like, I wish when I ate them so fast. I've been the props, man. But that's what I was eating right before I walked outside here.
All right, so now let's get into this because I know there are national brands of chips, but I also know that there, at least around my area, there are some great regional brands. So talk to me about your chip game. What's your go-to chips?
I'm pretty basic, man. I'm as far as potato chips, just a regular plain
chip, yeah.
Plain chip, and then Dorito would be my off potato.
Dorito, but what about, do you have like Lay's potato chips that got the national brand?
Yeah, I'll eat it. I'll eat any of them, man.
Really?
Actually, sometimes I like the off generic brands. I just don't like. I don't like the ones that's real salty.
Okay. Well, we have a regional brand called we call it Utz, or some people call it Utz, UTZ, and they are great, Scott. They make a great plain chip, and they're from Pennsylvania, so Terry Need's going to be jumping in probably in a second. And they also make some great crab season chips, Scott, which is one of my jams. They have some nice chips. So I know that regional chips can be a thing. I'm seeing people wise checking in. Hey, put in your favorite chips and your regional brands. Let us know what region you live in so we recognize it. But it's National Potato Chip Day on March 14th, and it celebrates America's #1 snack food. Millions enjoy their favorite chip this holiday. It's a good thing there are so many to choose from, too. What are Saratoga chips? On August 24th, 1853, an unhappy restaurant customer kept sending his potatoes back to the kitchen, complaining that they were thick and soggy. Chef George Crumb decided to slice the potatoes as thin as possible, frying them until they're crisp and adding salt. To the chef's surprise, the customer loved them. The crispy potatoes soon became a regular item at the restaurants on the menu, became known as Saratoga chips. Other explanations point to the existence for potato chip recipe in a cookery book for people going back to 1845. So yeah, you got to get them chips, boy. Get your chip game on. Classic potato chips. Eat some chips. Share some recipes. There you go. Potato Chip Day is our first national holiday, and I know people are checking in on this one. Hanover, Pennsylvania is the snack central capital, and that's where Utz is from. Hoya snacks and people. What's up, the chunkster? We just kind of did the news, and now we're doing the National Day calendar check. Let's see what everybody's saying about their favorite. Fritos are corn chips, you knuckleheads. Well, yeah, not the bees. He did say that that's kind of his side chip. I think it's kind of what you said, right? Like on his side, like you got a little side piece. What's up, Spurg Snake? A heterosexual there. Salutes coming in for the chat family. Chili cheese Fritos, says our friend Matt checking in. We ain't got regional chips in Cali, LOL. I love chili cheese Fritos. All right. Spurg, another Hanover, Pennsylvania. Spurg enjoys the Snyder's of Hanover. We got to the Utz. Spurg Snake, you get the love from Pecan. Mandy Diff says, Stoner me will shove a handful of Lay's in my mouth. Crumbs everywhere. Happens daily. Jay's Lay's and everywhere in, Jay's Lay's and it's everywhere in Wisconsin and Illinois. We are boycotting Lay's in Canada. What did they do? What did they do? Lay's ketchup chips are #1, says our friend Matt checking in. Hawkins Cheesies, proudly Canadian, says Popkey. Pecan says Grippos. FJM checks in with the Wise Onion and Garlic Chips. March 4th teens? No, Tyranny. It's March 14th. We're not telling teens till March 4th. Breaking news says Widow Killer. Disney just released the trailer for Bob Levy's new movie, Freakier Friday. Interesting. I didn't say that. Widow Killer said that. Dang Lizard checks in. He's across the pond and says, rosemary chips are greater than sea salt, plus pepper, paprika, salt, and vinegar. Terry Nee checks in with vintage and pickled chips. Sour cream and onion for Mandy Diff. Vinegar, he likes the douchey chips. I call those Massengills. Pecan loves cheesy poo, says the Chunkster. Meme, I want cheesy peas, meme. Let's see. Let's continue on here. So, yeah, I think we got the potato chips in. But, yes, and Scott, I can eat them. Pecan loves cheesy poos. I can eat them till my stomach hurts. Potato chips, I'll just keep. And a lot of times I can go between meals. I eat me some potato chips and fill up on them, bro. That fills me up good.
Right.
It's not the worst thing I filled up on between meals. So there you go. That's your snack day. Today is National Potato Chip Day. Now let's get into Pie Day because they're showing it as pie, but we also know that it's a mathematical equation too. National Pi Day, PI, on March 14th recognizes the mathematical constant pi. Also known as pi, the first three and most recognized digits are 3.14. The day is celebrated by pie enthusiasts and pie lovers alike. Hashtag National Pi Day. Pi is the ratio between the circumference of a circle and its diameter. While the idea of pi has been known for nearly 4,000 years, accurately calculating it has been something of slightly more recent mathematical development. By 2000 BC, the Egyptians and the Babylonians accurately used the constant to build. Mathematicians such as Archimedes, Fibonacci, Francois Vitet, Adrien Van Roman, and Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz all calculated pi by various methods. However, in 1706, Welsh mathematician William Jones introduced the Greek letter pi to represent the ratio of a circle's circumference, and that is pi. I read that and I still really don't know what it is, Scott.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
How about that? But we talk about it every year, and we try to learn about it every year on National Pie Day. I never understood the vinegar douche sour too sour. Yeah. I call those Massengill chips. And Scott, we have these they eat fries in Ocean City, and they pour all of this vinegar on them, bro. When you walk by, it smells like a douche convention when you walk by. The fuck? Flaming hot Cheetos, especially on a hot day. Can you imagine a hot, windy day when you're just getting hot vinegar just blown down the boardwalk? It smells like a douche convention. That's why I said douche convention. Flaming hot Cheetos puffs are my jam, says Not the Beast. Jalapeno crunchers, says the Chunkster. Send Perry 7-Eleven pizza to celebrate Pie Day.
Shut the fuck up.
It's not a bad idea. Math nerd, says Popkey. Grandpa would call us Pie Face. Is that a thing? Pie Face. Pie is a great fucking movie. Smoke a number and watch Pie. It will blow your mind, says Matt. I'll have to inquire about that. It will. Yeah. Anything that if he says smoke, if he's recommending smoking, I'm halfway there, Matt. Thanks, buddy, for checking in. All right. Learn about butterflies. I think we know about butterflies. It's Potato Chip Day. We did Pie Day. Is there anything we need to know about any of these other ones? Write down your story day, Children's Craft Day. Come on, do crafts with your kids. National Learn About Butter. I think we did the best of them. I think we did the best of them. So that was our National Day. Hey, hey.
3, 2, 1.
I hope you guys are having fun here today. This is Friday, folks, so we're trying to get it off, creating some positive vibes, and thanks for helping me create positive vibes right here on the chat every day, Monday through Friday from 12 to 3 or so. We got to stay a little longer when we're having fun, and we're normally always having fun. Now, instead of starting off the next segment, Scott, I'm noticing that it's 1:26, and typically that's halfway through a 3-hour episode of the show, as you well know. So it is our time for our favorite segment of the show, one of them. It is the piss break time. So it is a time for everybody to recharge, pause for the cause, maybe grab a drink, grab a smoke, grab a snack, grab a friend and tell them nobody has more fun than we do right here on The Vibe. And when we come back, We're going to have a Terry Nee knowledge break. We'll have Soulful Horoscope readings, and we'll bite into our juicy man meat and bricked up segments, all the fun stuff, whatever we can get to. In an hour and a half, let's see which direction the show goes. But we're not going to do any of that until we take this 2.5 minute piss break. That's all it takes, folks. So don't go anywhere. Come right on back, and we'll see you on the other side for basically a whole other show right after this 2.5 minute piss break on The Vibe.
I think I need a piss break. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance, pee-pee dance. Yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I need a piss break. I do the pee-pee dance. I do the pee-pee dance. Yeah. I think I need a piss break. Oh yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Oh, watch me now. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Come on, give it to me, that pee-pee break. DJ, hook it up. Drop that beat. Yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Watch me now. Pee-pee breakdown, pee-pee breakdown. Break it down, pee-pee, yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Oh, yeah. Wash your hands. Don't be gross. I know you touched your pee-pee.
I'm back from touching my pee-pee, and I liked it. How's everybody doing today? Are you ready to create more vibes here for the next hour and a half or so? Oh, look, Scott, you might have got the chips, man. Like there, look at that. Let me see. We got sour cream and onion. That's a flavor I could never get behind there, Scott. Mostly because it's sour in it.
If it ain't plain, this would be my flavor of choice.
Is that right? Yeah, like I said, I guess I love plain. That'd be my my go-to jam, but I love the spicy kind of crab chips, you know. I like that. Let's see. I want to tell everybody, make sure if go into your settings here on the BF Live The Vibe and make sure it says you can accept gifted memberships, because I'm going to hand out 5 in a couple minutes. And let's check in. Let's see everybody checking in during that piss break. Let's see. Vinegar on the boardwalk fries is the best. But it's a hot, douchey wind down there, Terry. It's like 90 degrees, and you get the vinegar blown on your face. It's nasty. Yeah, definitely a trip movie, says J.A. talking about pie. I'll have to check that out. First thing says, Matt all through the nature. The end is great. Pie was one of Darren Aronofsky's first movies. Definitely worth a view. Says Popke also recommends that. Well, speaking of Popke, let me play some more of these stuff. I want to make sure that I'm playing everything that's submitted for me because we have so much fun content here. Let me see. I did, what did I do earlier? Is that under S? I did the Wendy one, right? I did She
shits up her pants.
'Cause she's always a Wendy to me. You know what to do. You know what to do, Poppy. Rini lets us know that the Pie movie, it's free on Pluto TV. Got it, ready to watch later. Gibble's kettle cooked barbecue chips, says FJM. Old Dutch chips in Canada are the bomb, says our friend Pocky. Gibbles checks in with FJM again. Rini checks in with the most generous and colorful $2 super chat and says, let's get this party started. in here. And let's get it going because I'll let you know. I said make sure you turn on accept gifted memberships in your YouTube settings. I know you touched your pee-pee, don't you know it? And I liked it. Hoya Chat Family says the pineapple checking in, Scott.
Pineapple.
It's our friend Echo Pineapple checking in. My neighbor's Cybertruck makes me so angry. If I didn't have so many cameras, I would take a piss break on it. Pop, you can't get into that, bro. Like what people was in and when they liked him and then now they don't like him. Who gives a fuck, man? Who gives a fuck? Just do you. Hell yeah, Scott, says our friend Mandy Diff. Tesco Tiger says, my sister has a Cybertruck in her apartment complex and it really angers her whenever she sees it. But what would have didn't anger you yesterday and now angers you today? Just don't let none of it bother you. It shouldn't have made you happy or sad before or after. Who gives a fuck who drives whatever? Let's see. Orange Gatorade and sour cream and onion taters were my favorite hanging and jumping off of piers, says Mandy Diff. Mandy, pier jumping. Wow. Hoya Echo from J.A. Hoya Echo from Rini. Dang Lizard says, if you calculate the area of a circle, pi is a constant. Imagine a square with a circle touching the inside. Area of the square, side length squared, the area of the circle is the radius squared times pi. You lost me at the end there. You almost had me there, Danglers. I was almost keeping up with you. Dang it, I tried. The prop master strikes again with the potato chips. All right, as we're checking in here, having fun. Oh, and he's farting and he's shitting. He's eating chips. He's shitting his pants. I'm taking banners down that I left up too long, and we're going to get on to some more fun right here on the Vibe, Scott. I know, I don't think you're doing the guitar show as much anymore, and I'm not really asking about that. No. I'm just asking that you're a guitar guy. Tell me what you think. When would you jam with this? The Costanza caster? It looks like George Costanza from Seinfeld. Oh, shit. There you go. That's a Costanza caster. That's called, Scott. I thought it was pretty funny. But why don't we let's have a little fun playing some videos, little musical interludes, and maybe we're definitely going to get into some other fun stuff. But there's something to be said about a woman who can do this.
Taking loads again. She's hooking and she's taking loads again. Tried some college, now she takes it from both ends. Ain't it great to be taking loads again? Taking loads again. For a pile of 50s, he goes in the back way. She brags to all her friends, walks bow-legged from taking dong in all ways. And she's always taking loads again.
Taking loads again. Let's see. Popke liked the George Costanza cast. He said, that's a sweet ox, man. Manny Div says, when I was a kid, now it's a beer. Oh, when I was a kid, now it's a beer. Dad would jump off Sound Pier dock with the beer and me, orange can Gatorade. We popped the top together. No. Jen's theme? Wait a minute. She said it's Jen's theme song. I didn't know it was anybody's theme song, but Mandy Div has made it Jen's theme song. Taking loads again. I'm a bit of a guitar freak too, Scott. I only have 23 in my collection so far. Dang Lizard says the area of the square is the side length times side length, while the area of the circle is less than that area. I get that of the square to calculate how much you need. I half understand that. I don't know where I'll ever use it, Dang Lizard, but thanks for trying to like stick it to my brain. LOL says Mandy Diff about jumping off the pier and all that. All right, well, she's taking loads again. Listen, we checked in with Numchuck Tyler, but Scott, this is a fun story, man. Bobby Nick's not here, but I know that we like music too. But you can check Bobby Nick out in the lounge when he's doing the lounge. But we can talk about music without Bobby Nick, unless this draws him in. I'd like to know, so some people clown on Red Hot Chili Peppers, some of their Californication, the badang-a-dang and all that, but I like me some Red Hot Chili Pepper stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't like him much when back in the '80s and whatever. Whenever there's "Suck My Kiss" and all the earlier stuff, but the last few albums I actually liked better than the early.
Well, it's fair to say that like Under the Bridge was a breakthrough song, and it really talked about like Anthony, like he really was writing about his life, like he was living that shit, like on the hard drugs and living under the bridge downtown and all that shit, right? But there was a backstory to the finishing up that song that I never really knew, Scott. You know the end where they sing like the chorus? It's like sounds like very church, you know, under the bridge downtown, right? It's very like anybody that's heard that song and knows it, you know how the song ends. Well, I had no idea the backstory. So I'm gonna show you this little clip right here, and this explains the backstory about how they had what they went through and what they had to come up with to finally finish up Under the Bridge the way they wanted it to sound at the end. Check this out.
When it came to the ending, the Peppers were clueless. With nowhere else to turn, John called his mom.
John's mom came in with, I think, people from her church group and sang back to the background vocals, "Under the Bridge Downtown."
I thought that's cool as shit. So they're talking about John Frusciante, the guitar player. His mother, they didn't know how to finish the song. His mother was in a church group, and they said, we need some kind of big finish kind of for this song. And so kind of this is what happened. Flea can slap that bass, says Popkey. Say yeah 8 times. Yeah. Only really BSSM except for Under the Bridge. There we go. Check this out. Listen. Let's see.
That was trippy. Like seeing all these women out there on the way, "Under the bridge downtown." So it just seemed so crazy, and it worked out so great.
It was like the angels were closing the record. And isn't it great to have the angels close a record that was spawned by the devil?
The problem. It's just on rhythms, you should just lock up more and emphasize the right one, so let's just sing it once. Or listen to me sing it once. 3, 4. Under the bridge downtown is where I drew some blood. Under the bridge downtown, I could not get enough. Under the bridge downtown, forgot about my love. Under the bridge downtown,
Flea laying it down for him.
I gave my life away. Under the bridge downtown
is where I drew some blood. Under the bridge downtown, I could not get enough. Under the bridge downtown, forgot about my love. Under the bridge downtown, I gave my life away. Yeah.
There you go. That's the story about how they finished up Under the Bridge. I did not know that, Scott. I did not know that it was a family relation. I just thought they was kind of arrangement. You saw Rick Rubin in there, who did many albums for like the Beastie Boys and many artists. He was like producing that, so that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
The songs when you're dating a 14-year-old, bro. He is lugging some young stuff around nowadays, Scott.
Oh, is he? I didn't know.
Yeah, he is. Anthony Kiedis is my favorite. Says Chelino checking in. How you doing there, Chelino? Yeah, bro. I mean, I should like type in like Anthony Kiedis and girlfriend because he is pulling around some young stuff. Let me see. He is. They're not lying. It was like a couple of months ago, and I was like, damn, bro, we're going to have to call the authorities on that.
He's got to be well into his 50s, right? Mid-50s?
Yeah, he's like our age and shit. He's probably older than us. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, it looked like a hostage situation. It didn't look like some Bill Belichick shit or something. Let me see. I typed in Anthony Kiedis' young girlfriend. Let's see what I get. Here's one. Here's one right here. Let's see if this one comes up. She's a model, of course. A model, of course. Let me go back on that one. Here we go. I can show it to you from the Google search real quick. Yeah, she a youngin'. The one on here on the right here.
Oh boy.
She young, and then look at that. That's his girlfriend.
Man, that's like his daughter, dude.
Exactly, bro. Look at he even got the 70s porn mustache, and that's them like at a basketball game or something. So yeah, Anthony is like he's pulling around some young stuff lately. Might have to watch Anthony a little bit.
Man.
She looks like she looks like the actor Justin Long. That's right. Robin loved my stuff. Perry. Is it Lonnie Sky? Lonnie Sky, or is it Ione Sky? Is that who that is? Lonnie Sky. Let's see what we're talking about. Ketis is the child predator. Matt says Chris Popke, Nyandra Laddies, and usually just a t-shirt. Great album. They're talking about some of their favorite stuff. There you go. Anthony Kiedis is your favorite. So yeah, I didn't know that song. And yeah, he is short. I have kind of noticed that about Anthony Kiedis in certain situations. He is short. But yeah, that's crazy, Scott. I didn't know that story. So I like learning stuff that, you think you know everything. Nobody really knows anything, man. So yeah, I like that. Well,
actually, the when he was teaching them the course there.
Yeah,
I've been singing that course to myself wrong all these years, man. I didn't know that was the words. I've been singing it to myself wrong all these years.
And Scott, and that's what I love about music, because I've not known about everything about songs, and I love discovering something that I didn't know or realize about songs that I thought I knew basically everything about. So I enjoy that and all. And then now every time you listen to that song, you're gonna be like kicking your ass, and you're gonna be like, and now I know the right words. So there you go. I always say you might be careful. You might learn something before you're done. Chalino said it's Photoshop with him with the girls. I don't know there, buddy. Maybe see if that one will hold up in court. Or let's see, Scott, I do a couple stories here about the future, about robots and androids, and one that's going to wait on you and stuff like that, right?
Right.
And there's always one clear key question that guys have, and it'll be asked right here about this next invention. China introduces the first AI lifelike robot.
Can you fuck it? Excuse me? Can you fuck it? No. Oh, come on.
There you go. That's right. Can you fuck it? Well, if you can't, what good is it worth, Scott? We were saying that the other day. We were literally saying that no matter what robot or any kind of technology that gets invented, that is always the guy's first question.
Yep.
Excuse me, I have a question. Can we fuck it? Popke, Mr. Popke in the back. You have a question? Yes, he says, does the vagina vibrate? There you go. There you go. That is always the first question, no matter what we invent. We come up with AI. Hey, can I put my dick in it? Where can I put my dick? No matter what we invent, guys want to know where they can put their shit. Well, speaking of places where you can put your shit or things of this nature, you understand? Why don't we sit back and relax and take a little Terry Nee knowledge break? I have a fresh Terry Nee knowledge break provided by the one Terry. So Terry's knowledge break. So I hit video file. I'll let you know how I'm booming. I go to the Terry Nee folder and I collect the latest selection from our friend Terry Nee. It's time to take a little Terry Nee knowledge break. You're going to like this one, fellas. We're going to learn about something. Today's knowledge break is about gentle yoga. Pay attention, Scott. I don't think I have to tell you to pay too much attention now. Oh, I'm getting a little pricked up a little early. Boys are gross, LOL. Does the vagina vibrate? Let's ask this one. What is that pose? The missionary.
Downward facing dog right there. I know that one.
You know that one good, huh? There you go. That's a little Terry Nee knowledge break right there. He's a wise old owl. Or a dirty.
Flexibility is important.
Damn, look at Scott. I know. Y'all know that. Wait a minute, Popke. Scott's no lean bird. He would tell you that much, right? So that's no easy feat right there. Let me see. Oh, Scott, I was talking about you, buddy. You've been out there trying to make friends. You've been letting us know. You've been out there trying to make friends with our girl Tammy, haven't you?
I've been trying, but I've got nowhere. I'm blocked.
Tammy's a wild one, but he's always out here having fun. And let me see where that video is. So you're always out here like kind of hanging out with Tammy and all, and she is a wild one, Scott. Like Scott's always out in the world Scott's always out in the world, like looking for like the next kind of fun person that we can kind of mix it up with and create a vibe with. And Scott's always like, he's always well-meaning, you know, he always wants to have fun. He's never does anything hateful or anything, but that doesn't mean it always gets taken over, that it gets taken that well or taken easily. So let's see on this next one. This is also produced by Terry Nee. A little Terry Nee knowledge break, but this involves some friends.
Bashed me and ignored me, tried to drive me crazy. Shit said, 100, 180, full boss, full boss. I just want to tell everybody, I'm not giving up. There ain't a bit of me giving up. You know, just because people don't understand what you're doing. I want to tell something. Hey,
What the fuck, dude? Stormy's mother-in-law. Stormy's mother-in-law said.
Jesus. Dear government, eat my sex.
Holy shit, Scott.
I see Terry Nees went deep into the Tammy rabbit hole.
Yeah, he did Tammy and Scott rabbit hole right there. The Chunkster says, making it hard to operate my 12-bladed circular table saw. Yeah, a little hard when you got to do some yoga there, buddy. Hang in there. Brian Kowalczyk checks in and says, good afternoon, family. Further, Mrs. Fitzgerald Tammy. It said Scott for I'm bringing cringy back. And Not to Be says, oh, WTF. That means, what the fuck was that? Exactly. All right, well, if that video didn't explain it, so Scott, explain that to some of the people that are not up onto your antics and who Tammy might be, buddy.
Oh, Tammy, yeah, she's the best way to describe her, I think, is if people's familiar with the Satellite Man and Perry. She's like a combination of Perry and the Satellite Man.
Ooh.
She'll go from 1 to 10 like Perry, screaming and shouting, and but she's paranoid of everything like a Satellite Man. And she lives in a truck. She's homeless, lives in a truck, and she's crossing the country to plead her case of what everybody, you know, she's the government's out to get her, the police is out to get her, everybody's lying, and right now she's broke down in Missouri and wherever.
Oh my God, you know way too much about her there, Scott.
Yeah,
I'm fucking broke. Well, let's catch up with her again because here she is. Let's see what she's up to, Scott, because she is in her truck and living in her truck. Let's see what she's up to. Scott's new girlfriend. Scott Stormy's future mother-in-law,
so hot
stepmother.
Right I don't even want my fucking oysters.
Oysters.
This fucking shit's gonna stop. Somebody needs to step in! America! Sit back and watch somebody have a nervous breakdown over a fucking unjust police department! Hey! God!
Oh, what the?
I can't take no more! Handle it no more. I'm so
That is So that's and then we had the video in our kind of group thing where you tried to reach out to her because I think you kind of get, for somebody that acts like her, Scott, you probably went a little too hard in the paint by coming out with the gay monkey question right off the bat.
Yeah, I should have felt that out a little bit more.
Yeah, I definitely think you kind of hit her a little too hard with that.
Because she cusses so much and screams so much, I thought, you know, there's a little bit of chance that she would
yeah, she doesn't look like
joke, but she
yeah, she doesn't look like the person who would be easily offended, like if you said like a kind of a joke like that. But yeah, but she's not down with any of the bullshit, is she, Scott?
No, but and I guess it depends on what mood you hit her in too, because she's all, you know, 1 or 10. She's always all over the place, man.
And those faces, they ain't a bit of makeup.
Oh yeah. She's got the most expressive face I've ever seen. Kind of like Jim Carrey can just make his face look like he can make it look like he's a different person. But she's got these eyes, man. Sometimes you'll look at the screen, just crazy eyes, man.
You mean? And yeah, like right, because right now I got another clip. This is the one I was talking about. I found it. This is the one where you tried to reach out to her through a live chat when she was doing one of her lives from her truck, and she talk about how she's not looking right, or she looks like she's blind here. She looks like she's fucking Mrs. Stevie Wonder. Listen to this. Look, watch this one. This is where Scott attempts to like make friends with this person that I just presented to you, Tammy, about, and ask her the gay monkey question.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up, Scott. You're not funny. Get out of here. Sour watermelon drop.
Tammy gets mad if you tell her that she looks like the preacher Kenneth Copeland. What's up, MSIP, checking in today? How you doing, buddy? What's up, MSIP? Yeah, she looks like blind here, though.
Shut up, Scott. You're not funny. You sick fuck. Get out of here.
And she cold blocked you, didn't she?
Yep. That's the last time I've ever been able to talk to her.
Holy shit. Well, there you go. That's the antics that our boy Scott gets into here on the Vibe. So you've out there been having your fun with Tammy Hall, making friends and making names. We did a Terry Nee knowledge break about that yoga, and we get that sexy talk about Tammy. How you doing there, buddy? Let me see. Let me go to here real quick and go into my bookie marks, and I can look up this real quick. I can type in
Her and Cyrax have been the ones I've been really went down the depot. Fed smoker's gonna be.
Oh yeah, Cyrax, and I see
ahead.
people. I see people talking about Cyrax, how they don't really care for Cyrax. But MSIP says Tammy gets mad if you tell her she looks like Kenneth Copeland. Well, let's compare and let's really see. And this will kind of like, we'll pepper in some Cyke Labs here.
Let it say whatever it wants to say. Hi, Morgatini, Namakude, Namaninste, Goropoumala Jegle, Nakorob, I tell my summer. Morgatini, Namakude, Namaninste, Goropoumala Jegle, Nakorob, I tell my summer. Oh, Nakade, Malahanada. What another singular, I didn't pray that. Kanske det är små kumbular stack that cake. Oh,
look at that for St. Patrick's Day. There you go. Jam's liking it.
Morgatini, Namakude, Namaninste, Goropoumala Jegle, Nakorob, I tell my summer. Morgatini,
We weave in the Cyke Labs.
Namaninste, Goropoumala Jegle, Nakorob, I tell my summer.
Hey, say words, son. So, boy, Bobby Copeland right there on the Vibe, courtesy of Cyke Labs. Matter of fact, this is the one I thought. This is a pretty good one. Here's another. Let's do a double shot of Bobby Copeland, Bob Levy Copeland. We're mixing it in, having fun on the Vibe here today.
Heavenly Father, Lord, we just submit this time with you.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. So, hey, come on. The cut. Father covenant. Speared to death and blood. You listen to me?
Do you love me? Do you love me?
Stop it right now.
Stop it.
Believe.
Believe.
You stop that fear right now.
Wow.
Stop it. How you do it?
Stop that fear. Believe. How point does it need to be?
That's right.
Now you stop that fear.
You stop it.
Just cut it out right now.
No, you cut it out.
Amen.
Amen.
Fear is faith.
Fear is sin. You get that?
Fear is sin.
It's not okay.
It's not okay. But Bob Levy's okay. Bobby Copeland from the Twisted Mind of Cyke Labs. We're kind of mixing it up. Oh, I knew we had more than one. I was thinking, here's the one I wanted. We're going to end up with this one. Looks like we're going to do a triple shot of Bobby Levy Copeland, just on the mention that they said that Tammy does not like being compared to Kenneth Copeland. Well, we can't help but mix the two from Cyke Labs.
Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song.
Oh, let's go, Phil. Coming up on 2:00. We got another hour to go.
COVID-19.
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 Cook.
COVID-19. Go. Hello, with them. from the state of Washington to the state of Maine to Brownsville, Texas, and the tip of Florida. Today, we speak to this atmosphere. Today, burn this thing. This virus hates heat. You just burn this thing. Burn. I call for a supernatural heat wave straight out of hell. Burn. COVID-19.
Oh.
COVID-19. COVID-19.
COVID-19.
Oh. No. The window go. You don't know it. You don't know it. You don't know. You get out of here. No. You don't know it. You don't know it. You don't know. You get out of here. Burn this thing. COVID-19. 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 I'm cold. The window's off. You are destroyed forever, and you'll never be back.
Boom, there you go. That's how you weave in. That's how you weave in Cyke Labs when you're doing BF Live The Vibe. As we come up on 2 o'clock here, we got another hour to go. So we're going to do Soulful Horoscope readings, and then we'll do Juicy Man Meat and Bricked Up for the guys, and then we'll see what else we can get to. But it is that time, folks. It is Friday. So we have to see what the stars have in mind for us, Scott. And yesterday was like, we got a full moon, blood moon. You know, a lot of times I go, I'm not really affected by all that stuff. But with all the little kind of gremlins I've been having as far as like power stuff and all these little kind of crazy things happening with my internet, Scott, I think there might be something to it. So in order to check more, it's Friday, and so I'm going to make my way over into my horoscope studios. I will caress my crystal balls ever so gently as you throw your signs into the chat, and I will read your Friday Soulful Horoscope readings.
Hey, are you feeling lost in search of life's answers? Well, search no further. This is BF's Soulful Horoscope reading.
Hey, over here, I'm in the horoscope reading studio now, folks. I will play my porn/horoscope reading music to set a proper mood and let you know that it is Friday, and we're heading into what is hopefully a nice spring weekend for everybody. So we're going to see just how nice it is. Like I said, coming off the full blood moon and what have you, we're going to see what the horoscopes hold in mind for us with Soulful Horoscope readings. All right, so throw them out there. I don't see any going in the chat yet, Scott. So I will start with my friend Scott Fitzpatrick. He's a Cancer, so I'm going to let him know his Soulful Horoscope reading for this upcoming weekend. See if he's going to get lucky with Tammy or not. So Scott is a Cancer. So this is for all my Cancer friends joining us today. Scott, Brian Clauder, and everybody else.
Whoop whoop, Jiggle and Jen is also a Cancer.
All right, if you can remember that, that's very good. Today is an 8 out of 10 for my Cancer friends. Spin an enticing story. Your communications could spread farther than expected. Articulate a compelling promotion. Do what you promised and reward your damn self later, Scott. I like that one about communications because it says your communications go farther than you expected. Maybe that means that Tammy will get the message and she'll come on the show. Maybe that's what that means for you. But that's for my Cancer friends joining us today. All right. I can do any of them, really. All right, well, I'm going to do Virgo today. This is for myself. This is for the Virgos today. It says that today is a 9 out of 10, and I'm feeling pretty good today. Assertiveness works well now. Go for a personal dream. I'm living my personal dream every day, thanks to you guys. Ask for more and get it. You mean like super chats or memberships? I don't know, maybe. Put your muscle where your mouth is. Well, I could do that. I would never leave the house. Put my muscle where my mouth is and show up. I show up every day, Monday through Friday, to create a vibe with you guys. So thank you for that. As I move on to Gemini, for my friend Rini. This is for Rini and all the Gemini joining us today for your Soulful Horoscope reading for Friday. Rini, here you go, girlfriend. Today's a 7 out of 10, Rini, so I hope you're having a great kind of day. It's a great time to make changes at home, Gemini. Reorganize and declutter. Beautify your spaces. Renovation and relocation projects provide satisfying results. And it says get domestic. There you go. I think that falls in line with spring cleaning. That sounds like some good old spring cleaning since it's March 14th. Have a great weekend to my Gemini friends, Rini and all. Let's see, let's continue on here with the vibe. Bobby Nick is definitely a Cancer. No, Bobby Nick likely has Canadian cancer, but I don't know that he's a Cancer. He's actually a... oh, maybe he does. He's actually a Sagittarius, Chris Popke. So I will read this for my friend Bobby Nick and all of the Sagittarius/Sagittarius joining us here for the vibe. This is the Sagittarius Soulful Horoscope reading for Friday. It says, Sagittarius, today is a 7. What you're learning is paying off. Act now for later career benefit. You're building something for the future, Sagittarius. You can solve a puzzle. And in slides Mandy Double Diff, because she likes to get 2 of them because she's on the cusp. So Mandy Double Diff, I will read Aries first for you. Today's a 9 out of 10 for all of my Aries friends, even the ones on the cusp, like Mandy Diff. It says that work completed today has long-term benefits, Mandy Diff. Physical actions get more graceful and skillful with practice, like throwing a casting a line, maybe. If you want the result, you gotta put in the damn time. And if you can't do the time, you can't do the crime, babe. Beretta, there you go. Let's see. Let's continue on. Rini says, every day I wake up is a damn 10. Man, I love that attitude, Scott. I love that attitude. Every day I wake up is a 10.
Right.
That is true. I always say if you're 6 feet above the dirt, that's a 10. That's a good day. But Rini, I've always said that too, my friend, that I wake up and I go, my day is a 10 until my day shows me otherwise, right? So I hope your day doesn't show you otherwise and you always have a 10. Spurk Snake says Funky Bronco, exactly why I stopped watching. Wendy was a final nail though. This Gemini is moving Monday. Are you? What do you do? What did you do? What are you doing, Brian Kowalczyk? If you care to update us in the chat, I hope you have a great move there on Monday. Bart says, thank you to Funky Bronco. Rini says, I'm rearranging my room, Brian. Mandy Diff is laughing. I don't think I read your second one, Mandy Diff, did I? I have to get on and read Libra for Mandy Diff, Scott. I got so hung up on the one, I didn't read Libra. I don't think I did for her.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
So I will read Libra for Mandy Diff and for all the Libra joining us today. Today is an 8 out of 10 for my Libra friends joining us for Friday Soulful Horoscope readings. It says to build for growth, make long-term plans and set the wheels in motion. Ensure that the infrastructure is strong enough and make messes now for profits later. Our friend Matt checks in and he would like Pisces, please. Oblige. You got it here, Matt. This is for my friend Matt and all of the Pisces that are joining us here today for your Friday Soulful Horoscope reading. Pisces, today is an 8 out of 10. Someone attractive has your attention. Uh-oh. And to that I should hit. Whoop. Yeah. There it is. It says work together to resolve a mystery. Your creativity builds from another's cleverness. What you generate has long-term potential, Pisces, and have a great weekend, Matt, and all the Pisces friends joining us today. All right, I think we're at the end of the chat, so this is your last call for any last-minute ones. We did Scott. We did Cancer for Scott. We did Sagittarius/Sagittarius for Bobby. We did Virgo for me, and we did Gemini for Rini and a couple other friends. We did a couple. So if it's his last call, we can get on some more fun. But I hope everybody has a great weekend, no matter what. Let's get into it. There's Widow Killer. Thank you, Leo. Widow Killer asked me to check out the Leo, so I'll do that for your weekend horoscope reading. Here we go. Widow Killer. It says that today is a 9 out of 10, buddy. So I hope you're having a great day and a great weekend. It says to pursue financial goals. Actions taken now can have long-term profit. Ensure strong foundations for what you're building and keep your eye on the prize for my Libra friend. Thank you to my Libra friend, or Leo friends, I should say. And as I check in with Chris Popke, who I think we've been turning around your Scorpio. The Scorpions, we're gonna rock you like a horoscope. He said they're scorpions, and I went right there. You know what to do, Popke. Rock you like a Hurricane Stacy. Let's do this. This is for Scorpions. Scorpios, I like that. Scorpions is better. Scorpions. All right. Still loving you, baby. Scorpio, today is a 7 for my friend Popke and Stacey Allen and all the Scorpios. It says that a crazy scheme could work. Together, your team invents the perfect plan, Popke. So make some changes, but not on your core values. Use secret resources. Chris Popke. And all the Scorpios joining us today. I think last call. I think this might be the actual last call as we wrap up this segment of Soulful Horoscope readings. We'll do these again Monday because we do these on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We like to check in and see what the stars have in mind for us, kind of give us a little direction and have a little fun here on the vibe. I hope you enjoyed that segment, but let's get on to more fun with the show. And that was the BF Live Soulful Horoscope reading.
Hey, are you feeling lost in search of life's answers? Well, search no further. This is BF's Soulful Horoscope reading.
Booyah! Booyah-con! We did it! The Soulful Horoscope readings for your Friday right here on the Vibe. 266. Heading towards 300 shows pretty quick here, Scott. Pretty quick pace, buddy. Pretty quick. Oh, you're muted, my friend, I think.
There, now you got me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
damn it.
I was just making small talk in between segments, saying it just occurred to me that I'm on show 266, buddy. I'm really happy about it.
Right. Muted myself when I was coughing and I forgot to unmute it.
There you go. Well, we saw your girl's friend Tammy, but let's see if she shows up on this next list of maybe some homeless hotties or some. How about these mug shots? Look at these.
Oh, damn.
But what, better or worse than Tammy? I don't know. Which one of these mug shots is the scariest is what we're playing here today. Which one is the scariest?
I'll take Tammy over that.
Not a boomer. Thank you. Let's see. Tammy over this one. Okay. I like that scale. Tammy or this one. Tammy or. You can play Tammy or. Whoa, what the fuck is wrong with him? Look at this dude with penciled in hair. So we're not going to count that. This is not a. Look at that stuff.
Looks like you could take his face off.
He looks like, yeah, right. It looks like Eric Andre got burnt or something. I don't know. He got half a mustache. This dude is all messed up. There you go. That's a mug shot for you.
Definitely take Tammy on.
Oh, yeah, we're not. Oh, look at this guy. He left the teeth. He got Bob Levy teeth.
Permanent beer face. Bitter beer face.
That right. Clean fade, brah. Clean fade, brah, says Matt. Bad night at the frat. Look at, this guy just lost his teeth. Let's see about this next one.
That guy had Butthead or Beavis vibes. The last one, right? Beavis in him.
Shut up. Yeah. You look stupid. Look at this guy. Yeah. This looks like a burnt up Eric Andre or something like that. He all tore up from the floor up. This guy. Oh, you got to have the crier. You got the crier. I got fucking shit. Oh, sniffing. That's a rough one, man. That's a rough one to look. Popeye face. Oh, hey, discount Pat Mahomes. Says our friend. A couple of people said the Pat Mahomes thing right there.
Yeah. Oh, hey guys, how you doing?
Let's see. That one?
Yeah.
Discount Pat Mahomes. That's like cracked out Pat Mahomes, maybe. Oh yeah, my father's gonna kill me. Cry. Let's see. Jen says that had to be one of the worst tattoos I've ever seen. The forehead tattoo. It was like his face is in a bad picture frame. Yeah, that's why Scott made the comment. It looks like you could take his face off instead, right? He seems remorseful, says Popke. I only had 2 drinks this day. Only 2. Look at this hair, motherfucker. Look at this. He got, what the hell happened to this dude? He's George Washington carved up right here with that one. How about this one here? Oh, it's Captain Caveman. What the fuck is this?
Are these mug shots?
Hey, Fred got arrested. What's that?
Are these mug shots?
These are all actual mug shots. Yes, these are mug shots.
Get arrested with that, wearing that?
I'm going to say a Halloween party, Fred. Hey, Fred got arrested. He's a dumbass. Let's see. Revenge of the Barber, says the friend Rini. And Rini was laughing at what I said earlier. Talk about irregular facial hair. Turn his electric off. Halfway through it, yeah, but we got Captain Caveman over here, or Fred Flintstone. Yeah, Scott, that's the only legit excuse that I could think of, unless he's going to a furry party or something, buddy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Bam, bam.
Bam, bam, yeah. Hey, Fred, your son's a fag.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, Fred, look at this flathead. Look at this sumbitch.
Jesus.
Uh-oh, he got no brains. What do you think, guys? Let's see.
Man.
I don't even think, What the fuck? What? How can you have that much missing and you're still standing there for a mugshot? Turn to the side. I want to see this shit from the front.
I think your frontal lobe's important. I don't know if what could he have done, man?
It feels like it should be important. Yes, it does feel like it should be. That's funny because the first. Go ahead.
I wish I knew what he did to get arrested.
It says not a mugshot. Maybe that one. Use him as a soup bowl. Bobby Rubble. Crack is a hell of a drug, says Matt checking in. Crack is a hell of a drug. Let's see. There's the Shut up, asshole. So I got arrested. Yeah, you got arrested, dumbass. Yeah, I got arrested. Yeah. He wasn't. Terry Nee said about that last one. He just wasn't thinking.
This guy's got no frontal lobe, and that guy's got all of it.
He got all of it. He got the extra shit. What's with all the scratch, the crack scratches on that 5'6" head? That's you when you get older, dumbass. You get arrested. There you go. That's some scary mugshots there, Scott. Scary mugshots there. All right, let me see. Let me check some stuff off. This, that, this, that. All right. Well, why don't we do this? Have some fun shit. I got in a hopper. Kind of emptying out the hopper. It's a empty my hopper Friday here, Scott.
Right.
Oh, got that one. Let me see this one. Oh, check here. Let's play this little video, and then we're gonna keep going, having fun here on the vibe. But I'm having fun like seeing what I got in the hopper at the end of the week. So you guys are all great about sending me some cool shit. So let's watch this next video and let me know. Has this ever been you guys? Guys, has this ever been you? Have you ever been this drunk married? So there you go. Do you ever have one of those nights, guys? I don't know. Well, Scott, we've been having a lot of fun here today. And to some extent, I try to avoid playing this segment. You know what's coming up. By the way, I'm the long setup where I'm going. We're getting near into the last hour of the show. We're going to do some of the sexy segments. And ladies do go first. So we're going to play It Is the Ladies' Time. So you can check out if you want to, because guys, this segment isn't really for us. This is Juicy Man Meat, and it's just for the ladies. And let's see if I play the right intro today. Here you go, ladies first. This time for Juicy Man Meat.
Hey, yeah, it's time to rock, ladies, feel the heat. Juicy Man Meat. Be upset the most, that's no lie. We hit a party time and amplify. Juicy Man Meat. Juicy Man.
Let's get into it. They're checking in all the time. I'm super happy to have upwards of 30% of my audience and demographic being the lovely ladies right here in our chat family here. So in order to accommodate them and please them, we do Juicy Man Meat. This segment is by the ladies and it's just for the ladies, produced for them. Because I'm not going out there and looking for this shit because I'm highly heterosexual. But I will play it for you. And Scott, it's funny because you've gotten the idea that I sit here every night and kind of always prepping the show, right? There's no secret there. And late at night, all of a sudden my inboxes will start going bling, bling. I'll get Juicy Man Meat, and then it could be Stacy, and it could be Brutal Pain, and it'll be the other day they were like back and forth, like they knew they were competing against each other. It's like I get a piece of Juicy Man Meat, and I get a piece of bricked up content from our friends in here. So it's ladies first. This isn't for me or you guys. This is the Juicy Man Meat. That's just for the ladies, and we will do bricked up later to get all of this out of our brains, guys. But for now, it's the ladies' turn. It's Juicy Man Meat. Yes. This is gay. If you want to know the levels that Rini has taken this on, Rini says that the fireman is named Steve Giannopoulos. He is Canadian Greek working in Australia. Bro, she's like doxing and figuring out names of the people. Like guys, I'm not that far, so I'll just look at him and admire him, Scott, right?
Yeah.
I'm not, but there are a couple of them where I do a little Google search and I'll go a little deeper on. Let me see. Yes, it is. I want to let everybody know, did you have them turned on? I hope you did, because I gave out 5 more. And I will let you know that one of those 5 is our one and only Bobby Nick became a sponsor right here on the Vibe, is a member. Cupcakes Corner with American Cupcake. Joey Catalano, look behind me, caught one of those free gifted memberships. Let's see who else did. I'll see when I get to it in the chat. Let's see. There is a calendar of this guy. Well, of his fire department. Terry Need said, I love that calendar. Oh boy, Freudian slip, or I don't know.
Hello, Frisco.
I don't know, Terry. Hang in there. Terry, calm down. You don't have to have fun in this segment. This isn't for me or for you or any of the guys, although you seem excited about it. This is Juicy Man Meat, just for the ladies. Piece number 2, coming up right now for the ladies and Terry Nee, apparently. Basic. All right. It wasn't even showing anything there. Totally harmless, Scott. Totally harmless. Piece number 2 right there. How about this one? I got another one for you. This is provided by, and it is just for the ladies. This is your Juicy Man Meat. Piece number 3, ladies. Yeehaw.
If I ever get you back, I'ma treat you like a queen. Make a living loving you, a lot of kissing in between.
I could have them abs. I just don't want to, Scott. I could do that.
If I ever get you back,
Boner check. It's Shuli Network. Wait a minute.
Make a living loving you.
Terry's got one. There you go. That's your 3rd piece. And don't forget, ladies and members, if you enjoy these segments or having fun, part of being a member is I have those fun emojis in here. And you can rate these guys and gals by using your Juicy Man Meat or bricked up emojis. Let's continue on here because we're in the middle of Juicy Man Meat, just for the ladies here. I'm going to show you at least one more piece of content, ladies. I'll show you this one and one more. Here you go, ladies. This isn't for me. This isn't for Scott. This is for Terry Nee. This is for the ladies. This is Juicy Man Meat. We're getting by pretty good today, Scott.
Yep.
Nothing too crazy or out of the way. I let you know when I get these submissions late at night, they fall to the bottom of the bookmarks that I keep them in, and I kind of show them in order every day as we do them. So we'll get to yours eventually someday. But let me see. I got one more piece, ladies, and I hope you enjoy this one. This one might get you all turned on just the way you need to be on a Friday heading into the weekend. Here we go. This is our last piece, Scott. Juicy Man Meat. Here's a guy. Whoa, turn down the sexy, bro. Dead and buried. Whoa, -4. Wait a minute. Well, I shared it with everybody, Terry. That dude rules and funky. This goes back to that. That'd be my tortilla. 80 was fun and garbage. That's a great explanation of the 80s. We loved every minute of it. There you go, ladies. That's how we're going to leave you having fun on the weekend. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll do these segments again on Monday through Friday, but you got to come back if you want more Juicy Man. Salute my lovely ladies. the female part of the vibe here, Monday through Friday. That is for you ladies as Juicy Man Meat. Thank you, Stacey Allen, and all the ladies that provide that and the opening and all that. Scott, you'll have to forgive me. I don't know if you're here yesterday or not, and I don't always remember what day I played what, but what I do remember is when I played this yesterday or just the other day, people loved it, so we're going to play it again. Let me know if you ever seen Girl War or the Cybertronic Spree doing the Immigrant song, Scott. Check this shit out, bro. Okay, then I want your reaction. That's just what I want. War, the Cybertronic Spree.
I actually like that, man.
It kind of hit my fancy too when I played it yesterday, man. And everybody, they were digging it, man. Jerry Lehane said that song changed his life when he was a kid. Testicle Tiger lets us know that she's having checking out. Having Wi-Fi issues may end up disappearing. If I don't get to say it at 11:50 her time, I just want to tell y'all I love you all, and I'll see you in Perry's chat tonight for Friday night. PCL 5 Pacific, 8 o'clock East. Have a great day at work, Testicle Tiger, and I hope we gave you some good positive vibes that you can take through your day. We'll see you tonight. Spurg Snake says, Testicle Tiger, behave yourself and have a great Friday. Peace to Testicle Tiger from JA. They toured last year, says Terry Nee. It looks like he's looking at us up, like he's looking up Sasquatch or something there, Scott.
He's looking for you guys' next date.
But you're right, exactly. Exactly right. Testicle Tiger says, oh, and I'll be there for replayables. We don't need no stinking Chris Abels. That's right. I think we're going to do tomorrow night. We're going to do replayables without Chris Abels. He has a comedy gig that he's playing with Tay Boogie tomorrow night, Scott. Yeah. So tomorrow night we'll be hanging out on replayables. Maybe we'll have the Mrs. Chris Abels sit in for him. We don't need no stinking Chris Abels. See how it goes without him. We'll have
Chris fucking Abel?
Yeah, man, bro. I was playing Ozzy on Rumble last night. I was having fun. I was playing Shot in the Dark. I was playing Poison. You got to come over and watch replayables tomorrow night at 10 o'clock East. We'll start off on YouTube and Rumble. But after a half hour, we cut off the YouTube feed so we can have fun over Rumble, where you don't have to worry about, all the overthink some of the stuff you're playing. And like I said, I played Ozzy, I played Poison, I played Steve Winwood. The party is tomorrow night, 10 o'clock East on 100 Proof Podcasting on replayables. We'll be doing that. Happy Friday, says Tracy, our longtime chat family friend checking in. On a Friday, Terry Nee says, my wife hits that pitch when she's mad at me. Take the trash out. Let's see. Have a good one, Testicle Tiger from Reenie. Happy Friday to Tracy from Reenie. Pride flags all around from Terry Nee. Hi, Reenie and Snaky from Tracy. We need more War Rack videos on replayables. Go, Chris and Tay. Have a good weekend with your comedy show. Testicle Tiger, when I saw who was the guest, I had to bounce. I'm not watching that guy anymore. What show are we talking about here? I'm not sure. Oh. Uncle Jack snuck in last night.
Oh yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
Testicle Tiger, I'll tell you a little behind the scenes. I didn't know that Uncle Jack was coming on our show last night either. So that's a little behind the scenes of how that show goes. 100% show up, Scott. Replayables is where the fun is at. Maybe you can jump in with me, hang out with us tomorrow night on Replayables if you want to. That might be fun.
Yeah,
we'd do that and take over for Chris or something. Maybe me, you, Chris, and Liz, and Shawnee will have a little fun playing some videos. Let's do that. All right, I think we'll call that. And that is a date, Terry Nee. And see, it's a non-physical date, so Scott won't be touching me or groping me. If he does it, we'll have to do it digitally. I figured you didn't, BF, LOL. Let's see about that. Oh, yeah, okay. There you go. I didn't know about that, Testicle Tiger. I had no idea about that. That was just a big surprise to me, too, because, like I said, I'm thinking right now, Uncle Jack and Drinking Show aren't the best two matches, Scott.
I swear to God, I thought that same thing when he popped on.
Like, why are we having a known kind of problem? He's in the middle of a problem. Not sure. Yes, we want Scott on Replayables. While he just agreed to it. And Scott's a smoker. He's a herbalist. He ain't much of a drinker, so I'll have a fellow herbalist with me, and we'll get Scott smoke or something put on the wheel. Spurg Snake is getting the love, throwing out the love. I lost my Wordle streak again, says Reenie. Prop Master on Replayables will break the internet. 100%, says Matt. Well, Terry Nee, I think we just did an official. We created an official date right here in front of your face, right on camera. Let's see. I got to play this one. We did. Oh my God. And maybe you might see we're definitely going to see some fun and have some fun stuff. And maybe we'll even see this. What in the fuck was that? So, you could have to join us tomorrow night at 10 o'clock East on 100 Proof Podcasting channel. The link is running throughout the entirety of the show. That's where we're going to be with Scott tomorrow night. We're going to do Replayables without Chris Abels. We don't need no stinking Chris Abels. Round out Replayables with a gay gerbilist. I said herbalist. I didn't say gerbilist, Terry Nee. That's another guy that we know that kind of likes dogs and everything. A different kind of guy.
I know I have a lot of gay tendencies, but
yeah, like you love animals a little too much. Terry is hot, says Popke. Reenie is laughing, as well as FJM is like, what the fuck am I looking at? Well, it's 2:30 right here. I'm coming to you from on the East Coast of the United States, and I'm kind of emptying out the hopper. We did the Tammy stuff. We did scary mug shots. We did Can We Chuck It? We checked it with him. We did it again. We're having it. We're doing it. We're being it. All right, come on, man. I'm starting to empty out the hopper here, Scott. Abel, we don't need no stinking Abels. That's right. I think that's going to be the theme tomorrow night. We should call that show that. We don't need no Chris Abels.
I got a heap, and I don't know if you can. Are we able to show this?
I don't know. It's illegal. So go ahead. What is that?
It's legal. I got me a whole jar full for tomorrow night.
Fuck yeah! What's it called? What are we talking here, Scott? What's the funky name they give to it?
Yeah, I've done peeled the name off. I forgot.
Oh, I hate when that. Yeah. But so what do you do? I look for THC level. I'm all THC level.
Yeah, I don't ever care what the name is, man. I just ask for the highest, the strongest one they got. But in this case, it was more of a volume deal. You know, it was on sale.
Sometimes you will compromise the higher THC, a lower level of THC, if you get a nice sale. Then that's the funniest thing too, Scott, is now they have weed sales. Whoever thought when we were buying from the street pharmacist that you'd be worried about coupons and percentages off and sales on fucking weed?
And the store here gives you. I was looking at what they give you discounts for. Some of the professions I thought was funny. If you're a teacher, you get a 10% discount.
Can't take the shit from the kids.
Right. If you're a veteran, you get a 10% discount.
That is funny.
If you're, all the I'll have to look them up again, but all the different discounts that people get was all walks of life. You know, it was all the professions of life of.
Well, you're right, Scott, and it's funny because we're gonna have fun talking about this because so I went to a new store the other day. I told you I had an order waiting for me. So I went to a new store, and when the thing, at least around here, is when you go to a new store, they'll give you like a deal, like, hey, they'll give you a deal on some like $1 for some pre-rolls or whatever. They'll give you a deal. You know what I got yesterday? I got 25% off my entire order. So that knocked it down enough that I was able to buy yet something else, Scott. I added to my order with that. So check it out, bro. So since we're talking about it, I was smoking this stuff. It's a hybrid. It's mostly indica. It was called Firecracker, and it was like 38 Calavar.
Right.
It's called Firecracker.
38, man. That's pretty good. That's pretty
38's pretty good, bro.
Yeah, it is.
But then, and I'm always looking for the number. So now I got me this other stuff. And what I got the other day, my new variety, that was called Firecracker. This is called Orange Drizzle. Bro, this shit is hella orange. Orange Drizzle. It's hella orange. It's like this is like a 30-some too. This is like 38 also. It's 38 also. But bro, when you hit it, it's hella orange tasting, bro. And then the orangeness just goes away, and then you just kind of like it just kind of settles in. It's crazy. So I got another one called grape bubblegum or something like that. I got grape bubblegum. Yep. So I got that. I got my little dog walker pre-rolls. It's a
wonderful time to be alive, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. I never thought that this would happen. Wait till y'all discover pre-ground stuff. I hate buying nugs now, LOL. Well, I don't know. I got me a little just a funky hand grinder right here, Scott. But I was always used to I never had a grinder until recently, until the shit came legal and they gave me one for free. I used to pick and fluff it myself.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing currently. But I've had a grinder, and a grinder is worth its weight in gold sometimes.
Grinder's good when you want to roll a lot too.
Yep.
When you want to roll and you don't want all those big pieces like burning, slower than your paper or anything.
Right.
Let's get sober. Let's see. Bomb ass, dank ass. I think you're talking about this. Yeah, it is. It's like it's like a heaviness to it, bro. It's like you just take it and you're just like it's like this orange kind of orange vanilla, orange drizzle, my nizzle. That's right. Yeah, Scott. But I always start with THC first, and then I work, and then I literally Google search these, and I look for like the flavor profiles and everything.
Yeah, although the dispensary I go to, they got a menu that you just get online and get.
Yeah, same.
Get them, and then you can get to see what the gives you a little way you can kind of think out what you're willing, if you're willing to give a couple extra THC points for a.
Yeah, I feel, and I it's fun because I get online, and it's like Christmas. I make my little order the night before, and they send me a text, and they go, your order's ready, and I get all excited like it's like it's Christmas morning.
They're always so nice.
Bro, I was getting ready to tell the guy the other day. I said, I bet you never have any issues. This has to be the most pleasant place to work because motherfuckers walking in and walking out. Thank you very much. I got thank you. Everybody got to be happy walking out there.
Yeah,
at least they didn't catch their sale right. What's up, Bart? Salute from Spurksnake. 38% THC, Matt says. When I was smoking, I think the highest was 25 to 26. I smoked that I would be in Anxiety City. Yeah, these are 30s, bro. I don't even, if you ain't 30 or above, Scott, I don't even mess with you. When you get the high 20s, it's okay. The right kind will get you on the high 20s. But I need that number. I need them 30s.
Yeah.
I need them 30s. So there you go. Coffee grinder, says Jerry Lahane. Yeah, then you would never get the smell out of it. Used to pick it on an album cover. Fuck yeah, Terry Nee. That's how boomers boom. Album cover, anything. Piece of glass. All that is the bomb, says my sister, talking about my stuff. Walked away. They're talking about our Uncle Jack. Online ordering from the weed shop is next level. It's amazing, Testicle Tag. I'm like, I said, it's like Christmas. I'm like, and I always have it. I always go get it after the show, Scott. So it's like my little treat. I'm like, I got to get done with the show so I can get all happy. And then I walk out. I'm the happiest motherfucker walking out. I'm like, I probably got a big shit-eating grin on my face. Like, What is it? A happy fool. Acting like you never see him. Tiger, they deliver it here. LOL, they just need to see ID upon delivery. I think they deliver medical here, Scott, but they're not delivering recreational.
Right. They got you can drive here. It's a drive up. You can just drive. You don't even have to get out of your car. You can just drive up to the window.
They have curbside here in some of the places, even recreational, because we had medical for a couple years. So the system was already set in place, Scott, that day one, when they went legal here, they were ready to go. So now they're still, they have medicinal crowds, and then they have recreational. And they have two different. Our shop has two different lines. They do that in your shop too.
Right.
We have medicinal line, and they get a couple more discounts and some stuff that maybe the recreational people don't get.
I was just looking at this one here. It's 35% off on your birthday.
Go ahead, it's your birthday. We're gonna smoke like it's your birthday.
If you're a veteran, you need another 15% off.
Yeah.
If you wear one of their T-shirts in the store, that's 10% off.
Yeah.
You get one of their T-shirts wearing on Mondays.
Neat.
And then for veterans, teachers, nurses, and first aid responders and college students with a valid ID get a discount.
That's fucking sweet. They got like a whole list of them. Testicle Tiger says, we have delivery too, but I hate people coming to my door. Yeah, that would be a thing. Kind of like although. Hey, Tiff with 3Fs is checking in. It's been like a week or so since we've seen the lovely Tiff, the queen. With 3F says, our shop brings it to your car. Tiff, I just noticed that yesterday when I was walking out of the shop that I went to, that they had the spots like when you go to the McDonald's or something, Scott, like spot number 1, spot number 2. You just park in there and I guess text them up. I'm outside and they'll bring your shit right out to your car. Weed Maps is a service that we use around here, Scott. Do you have Weed Maps in your area that kind of tracks all the stores for you?
No, because they're kind of few and far in between. And actually, when we first got our first store, the prices are pretty high. But now that they're starting to get a little competition, the prices have come down, and they're starting to do all these percentages off and deals and stuff. Competition is helps you get a better deal.
Yeah, well, if you go to there's a site called Weed Maps, and there's a site called Leafy, Leafy. And if you type in those and type in your kind of your area, your zip code and all, it will tell you all of the shops. You can put like a range in there. It'll show you all the shops in your area, point you to sales and some other places that you might not be aware of that are dispensaries. So you can check out Weed Maps or Leafy. Hey, we're having Weed Talk here on the Vibe. Testicle Tiger, what's the limit your state allows to buy per day? Mine is 2 ounces a day. That's a damn good limit. Yeah, I noticed that they had some kind of allotment thing at the bottom of my receipt the other day, Scott. I'm like, hold up. Who said anything about allotting? Who's counting, goddammit? I don't know if that's a per store allotment or a state allotment.
Yeah, I've seen that. But ours is so much though that I don't ever have that.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping that I don't have to track it either, Scott. I'm hoping that I don't keep up with it. Widow Killer says, "Oh shit, Casey Armstrong is back, and he just did a test stream a half hour ago." Casey Armstrong. Let's see, do I have any of that? I know we played that before. Casey Armstrong. A-R-M. No, I don't have that one. I thought it was one of I had those saved away. I could find them online though. Casey Armstrong. Those are fun songs. Bart says, "Oh, yeah, those guys are talking about. I think they're talking about Jack. Great. Hi, nurses," says Terry Neal. I've been putting up with people wiping their asses all day. I needs to smoke. Look, if you had to put up with Andrew, you would need something to chill out from. Why'd you have to put up with that? You're gonna need some weed, Terry Nee.
The one I got, you get a discount for teachers and first responders, like emergency technicians.
Yeah, how about high paramedics or cops showing up to your job? Right. Bad boy, bad boy.
Yep.
What seems to be the problem here, everybody? Everybody just relax. I know your arteries are I know your arteries are wide open, but chill out. It was awesome during COVID, says Tiff, about the weed delivery. Tiff with 3 Fs, hey, from Spurk Snake. Matt says, Widow Killer, nice. Testicle Tiger says 1 ounce of flour, 1 ounce consumables. So technically 2 ounces. Tiff checks in with Spurk Snake. Oh yeah, our shops don't do that yet. That would be amazing. I still use Sal's Rub and Tug app. It hasn't been updated recently. Sal Governale. Everybody thought he was going to be with this get rich quick scheme because he liked going to the massage places. But every place that you go don't do the rub and tug and give you the little bit at the end, right? So Sal thought it was so confusing. Like he wanted to clear this up for all the gentlemen out there. So his thing was he's going to create a rub and tug app, and he was going to pinpoint the ones that will actually jerk you off at the end, that will give you a happy ending. So that was his great creative idea. Not the worst idea, Scott. I guess maybe I don't know.
No,
Not one of his worst ideas.
Probably just a little ahead of its time.
I think you're right about that. A little ahead of its time because he's so creepy. Wasn't nobody thinking about how you could pinpoint. I bet Justin Tucker might want that now. He's the kicker for the Ravens. Have been accused of groping many massage people, and that's the whole thing. Why I don't have people massage me, Scott. I can't. Right. I don't like other people touching me because if you rub too much of the wrong thing too long, somebody's getting fucked. That's all I'm saying. So I don't have nobody touch my shit. Nobody rubbing my groinal area because my groin will take shit the wrong way. Tiff says over 55 years old, weed is 15% off every day. Oh shit. I never even looked into an age discount, Scott, for where ages we're kind of in. Shit. I can't remember what it is here, but I ain't far away from getting that sweet discount. All right, so that is the funny thing that I started touching on, but I didn't get into, is that when you go, our situation is you go into the first door, right, and you show your ID. Like I said, hey, I placed the order, ID. Okay, we'll buzz you in. Then if it's time, if there's not enough already people back there, they'll kind of buzz you in. So it's funny when you're sitting in that waiting room area or you're looking around like, damn, look at this old motherfucker buying weed. Like you're like. I was reading people, Scott. I was judging like older people being in my way.
Yeah, I was too. I was spending time out in the parking lot because it only lets, especially during the COVID time, but there's only let so many people in the building at a time, and so sometimes you got to sit in the parking lot. This is if you get there first thing in the morning, like a fiend. But I'd watch the people that goes in and out, what kind of cars they're driving, and just kind of profile on them and thinking, well, there's the hippie guy, of course, but then there'll be a nice guy in a suit. From another state or something.
The unlikely people that you kind of see, where if you went by personality types or what you thought you could tell from looking at judging a book by its cover. There have been a couple. Go ahead.
The ones that really got me was the semi trucks, and they didn't have room in the park, so they just parked their trucks right in the middle of the road.
Really?
And then walk over there, man. I didn't even know semi truck. I don't know.
They're supposed to be staying off everything altogether. They can't even. Right. I believe, I don't know, and maybe some of our trucker friends could tell us, but I was curious about that, Scott. Because even though some places have made it legal, that doesn't stop employment places from making it acceptable. You could be a truck driver and still unacceptable, even though it's legal in your state. So I wonder about some of that mashing of the law.
I've seen a lot of truckers doing it.
Have you? People are worried about nurses having it. LOL to Duke. Baby Saccamo's checking in late in the afternoon, and he says, "To cow motherfuckers, Long Island, we buy as much as we need. Fuck yeah, no limit soldier up there, baby Saccamo. I have to shop there," says Tiff. Says Rini. Pennsylvania still suffer from Quaker laws. Well, look, as soon as the Amish people figure out how much they can profit from marijuana and say, hey, they can pull the whole God and nature thing in, Terry, I think you got something you could work with up there. What do you think, Scott? I'm going to get some Amish weed. I need some of that Amish.
I bet they would have the primo.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even know what they do, but I guarantee you that the Amish people will come up with some of the best shit you ever smoked before.
There's some of it in them donuts. Donuts they make are delicious.
Really? Oh, you go to those farmers markets or whatever.
There's like Amish bakery here, and like the donuts are like almost as big as your head, man.
Like, hey, Jebediah, try this blend, Jebediah.
Yeah.
Remember the video caddy? Yes, we do. Scott DePace, that was Howard Stern's Howard TV producer. Scott, remember, talk about a before its time, a little too early, or maybe who was too late, or he just wasn't right.
Yeah.
The video caddy. So he was such like an uppity, like long white guy that went out and had to go golfing all the time and refine his game. He wanted to, he had the video caddy, and it was basically just a hook where you could put your own camera on your golf bag to watch your golf shot, right? So you can analyze it.
Right.
That's what I remember of it. There you go. That's interesting. See what everybody kind of remembers? The 4, here we go. 4! Rini says, I need seeds. I don't have the patience for the seeds. Oh, Orchids of Asia. You talk, says Articulate John. Is that what you're smoking? Baby Sacamo says, Terry, I'm going to be moving to Pennsylvania in the summer. Not looking forward to the weed laws again. You know, baby Sacamo, I've thought about that too, my friend, because it just came legal here like in the last year or so. And there has been some kind of talk amongst us about if we get older, if we would like leave the state, Scott. Now I got to find my next weed-friendly state. Like I told my wife that it has to be on the list. She's like, really? She's like, I told her it was a deal breaker. She was like, well, it's not really a deal breaker for her.
Yeah.
I told her it was a deal breaker because Florida, they have medical, but Florida was just when I was down there recently, it was just coming up on the ballot, and I think they voted down recreational. I think they're medical.
Really? Andrew was asking about that.
I think they're medical only still. Well, I don't know. This guy don't do none, but he's joined us backstage, and I kind of knew that he would. He's sliding in under the wire, but let's check in with him. He's my friend. He's yours. He's from the Great White North. Everybody's going to say hello to him. He's Bobby Nick.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, it's no surprise to me, buddy, because I was telling
pee real quick.
All right, buddy. I was telling everyone that when I was finishing up preparing this show last night, that as I was turning off my computer, I get a notification that says going pop-up live, going live, pop-up live, something like that.
Yeah.
So when I saw that,
a bunch of people came on. So it was like,
did they?
Yeah.
So when I saw that, because I did 2 hours of replay, I did my show yesterday, did 2 hours of replayables. You know, I was done and I was prepping the show. I told you that I always kind of sit here and like do show prep. So I was getting my stories lined up for the news today, and I'm literally shutting everything down, and I get the notification. So I kind of really knew from that you highly likely would not be here, or at least be here late, like I've kind of said too. But
I'm way late today.
Well, that's all right, buddy. We're having fun here. Well, I will let you know that you did avoid Juicy Man Me, but we're going to fit Bricked Up in for the end of this. But we've been having so much fun just talking about this and that, and we ended up in the weed talk. We were talking about Scott's friend Tammy Hall, and those crazy faces that she makes. And
Yeah, she's a crazy one. Damn.
Having a lot of fun here on the vibe.
I'll check some of her lives out, and she's a rough one. And she gets mad.
Bitch be crazy, no doubt. Yeah. Bitch be crazy.
Weird shit too.
I think Terry Nee shared that one. I don't know. Somebody shared that Aaron, the Scott, where it was Aaron saying Scott over and over again. And I can't find it. The steel toe video. Terry Nee, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. There's a whole thing with Aaron from Steel Toe saying Scott over and over again. I was looking to play. But I'm kind of like just kind of empty the hopper Friday, Bob. We're having fun hanging out here with the chat family all day. All day. I know that and you didn't hear this, but our boy, I think Scott's going to join us on Replayables tomorrow night. It kind of just happened here on the air today.
Oh, really?
He's going to join us. Yeah, I know he's still been threatening to have you on. We got to have you on too, buddy.
Yeah, I can smoke cigs.
Because what's happening, what had happened was, Chris is doing a show tomorrow night. I'll put Scott backstage. Chris is doing a show tomorrow night, so he can't be there. So we decided the show must go on. People said, we don't need no Chris Abels, and it kind of just happened naturally. They said, hey, well, we need Scott on Replayables. So Scott he's going to sit in with us tomorrow night on Replayables.
Oh, shit, hey, yeah.
And we might even get Liz, because we said we don't need no Chris, and Liz isn't going to the show, so we might do that tomorrow night. That'd be tomorrow, though. Let's see. Yeah, it's okay until they have an accident and test you as far as the weed thing goes, Reenie, and I used to be old school. I used to take that shit. I used to think I was fooling people, Bob. I used to take that Gold Seal root. They used to say Gold Seal root, one of these supplements. If you take Gold Seal root, it like grabs the weed and pulls the THC out of your system, bro. Gold Seal
really?
Root. Yeah, so I used to buy like a bottle for $30 in this and kind of take it every day as I was smoking, thinking that I was keeping myself cleaned out, hoping that they never random me.
I always heard cranberry juice gets rid of.
Yeah, there's lots of, and they even got some great flush now. They have some actually killer that I understand it really works. They got some flush out, but you know what they used to do, because I worked in the printing industry, Bobby Nick, and notoriously some of us drank and smoked, and a lot of the guys did, right? So what they would do when they had to keep up like their insurance and give a certain amount of piss tests every month, they would like send the old church ladies up. Like the ladies that work doing hand work and stuff like that, they would send them to satisfy the company requirement for piss test every month.
Really?
They would avoid the guys that they would walk past guys that were obliterated and go to like the ladies and send them up because they knew they would pass. That's what they would do.
Wow, that's crazy.
TT says, I couldn't move to a state without legal weed anymore. I'm too lazy, too fucking lazy. Popke says the only American dispensary I have been to was a block away from Disneyland. Oh, that's in California. It made the time at the park with my kids much more tolerable. Well, Popke, I know that you're Canadian. I believe you're Canadian, right? I think we've talked about that. I've always thought you that. I think so. At any rate, I'm thinking out loud. I made my first trip to Canada this year and walked into my first Canadian dispensary. It was only my second dispensary experience ever. And I said, I got to put this on my bucket list because legal weed it's been legal up in Canada for many years. So that was kind of on my mental bucket list, on my to-do list, like smoke weed where it's legal in Canada. So I did right at Niagara Falls. It's a beautiful thing. So I like that. I enjoyed that. Couldn't move to a state. Can Amish smoke weed? Widow Killer asks. Terry Nee was talking about how he has the Quaker laws, and we were saying, imagine if the Amish started growing weed, Bobby Nick. They could probably do something with it that nobody else could. Jebediah can get some shit going. Let's see. It's so easy in Washington. Baby Sakamo says truckers are not allowed to smoke weed. It's federal. Doesn't matter where you live. I would figure, bro, but Scott kind of confused me. Scott said he sees truckers parked outside his dispensary, Bobby Nick. Yeah. Like truckers. I'm a trucker, carry fake piss with me all the time. 10-4, good buddy. Get on down the road. I'll bring Scott back in. You got a handle? Is your trucker CB handle? Do you rock the CB? Are you Baby Sakamo? Come on. Break 19, break 19. Anyone by there? Come on back, trucker. Talk to Teddy Bear and Baby Sakamo. Rini says, my husband was a trucker too, Baby Sakamo. We have truckers here in the chat. Terry Nee says, I have a pot growing warehouse 3 miles from my house. They used to grow vegetables. It's all medical here now. Well, Terry Nee, come on now. You're a boomer. You can come up with a condition like off the top of your head, like waking up in the morning. You can come up with a condition that'll qualify you some. Get that card, son. I don't know what your situation is, but get that card. Scott, during COVID, I went and got the COVID test like what a lot of us had to do, right? Where it was the car test. They swabbed me while sitting in the car. Right. And then right after that, I didn't even ask about it. They were trying, it was a medical practitioner, and they were sending me an email kind of hustling me, trying to tell me that I had an appointment to get my medical marijuana license. Like it's kind of a racket, bro.
Yeah. It's just a way the state can get a piece of that money.
Like you should hear some of the least qualifying questions that I've heard people ask. Like I got a backache. Does this hurt? That hurt? They ask you like 5 questions or something, and you get one like that. It doesn't seem very hard from what I can tell, at least here in Maryland. Fuck yeah, Rini says Baby Sakamo. Articulate John says that's where rich people go to get the forehand massage. Let's see. Bobby Nick, bones up, my friend from Not the Bees. Here comes your greetings checking in.
Bones up, Not the Bees.
Baby Sakamo and Bart check in with you.
Good to see you guys.
Terry Nee reminds you that Bobby Nick, you were gifted a membership here while you were sleeping.
I got the email. Yeah, I see that.
I
thought I had a membership.
That's quite all right. You got so many channels. Who could keep up with the money and all that? Let's see. Another reason Florida fucking sucks. No offense to Floridians, though. Yeah. I'm never moving to that state. Bobby just woke up, says Articulate John.
Pretty much.
2 pop-ups. Nobody was sleeping last night.
So I was getting ready to say he's popping up videos or shows up middle of the night.
FJM agrees that they made it 100% easier to get medical. Yeah, the things that you need to qualify are very thin now. Bobby is a terrible sleeper, says Spurk Snake. Didn't do a good job?
Guess not.
Matt says the best dispensary I've been to was in Vancouver, British Columbia. I got me a hash joint and I smoked it on the beach by my damn self and enjoyed the beautiful sunset. 100% good time. Isn't that great, Matt? Nothing better when you got that little extra turbocharge, Scott, of the wind making you take that hit a little bigger, that wind blowing.
Yeah, there's something about nature and the green that goes together, man.
Fuck yeah, camping or on the beach. Testicle Tiger. The only reason to like Florida is because Jim the boss runs that state. Spurk Snake shouts out, Matt. They can come on as a couple. Oh yeah, Bobby. Yeah, maybe they can. I was telling Bobby Nick how we kind of worked out that you're going to be on replayables because Chris isn't going to be around. But yeah, I would definitely have both my boys. But you know, the only reason I don't so quickly to Bobby Nick is because Bobby Nick is always doing pop-up shows and shit. So Or he's got lounges and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can talk about this. And if you're around 10 o'clock tomorrow night, I'll definitely get Sean to send you the link, and let's make a party out of it. We'll have a whole Chris Abels. We don't need no stinking Chris Abels. That's what we're going to call it, I think. We don't need no stinking Chris Abels. I think we named it here. Gold Seal and B12. LOL since birthday. Scott, I was telling the people that I used to work for a place that would random you. So I thought I was beating the system by taking Gold Seal root.
Gold seal, yeah.
You remember, look at that. You remembered it right away.
Yeah.
Gold Seal root. That was supposed to be the thing that was flushing it out of your system, Scott.
Yep. Well, I was actually for 20 years I actually was a supervisor, believe it or not.
Okay.
And I was in charge of giving drug tests, but I was also the cool boss that would kind of talk to your worker off to the side, let them know what's coming up.
Yeah,
I was that guy.
Be ready.
And so I found that most of those things didn't work for those guys. Whenever they
I never had to test it, Scott, because I was telling everyone here that I worked in a factory situation, and they had to satisfy their insurance requirement. They'd have to send like 4 people a month, and they would send like the old ladies that worked in the hand working area, literally the ladies that went to church. That's who they would send.
Yep. Whenever we could get away with that, we'd send the obvious ones, but we knew it'd be clean. But then there'd be some times when everybody'd have to take one, including myself.
Ooh, we never did that to us.
But being the cool boss, I knew the cool people, and I knew one guy was on probation, and he had to keep clean, and so he'd give me some of his PP, and I'd hide it. And
fake piss is the way to go. A lot of people do fake piss. I know some people were doing those. They have those flushes that supposedly work in 24 hours. That red drink and all that stuff. I've heard some people had luck with the red drink.
It might have come a long way since then. I'm talking
has.
like 10 years ago or more is whenever
Probably more with gold leaf root. You're talking about more, son.
Yeah.
Well, when they do this, do they do blood tests or is it just piss? It's just piss, right?
Depends on where you are and who you're doing it for.
Yeah, right.
Oh, really?
If you have a
serious
do it
for your hair sometimes.
Yeah,
Well,
remember?
I think with the standard piss test, they can only tell like 2 days back, something like that.
Right, and then blood even further, and then hair even further. If you remember the story that Shuli Agar told Scott Dominic, where he thought he was gaming the system because what did he do? He went
Shave
and
his body hair and shit. Probably shaved his arms and stuff.
Or something like that. And he they ended up
that's what they did.
Took it from his arm.
And then they took it from his
it from his arm. They did the follicle test. He was ready for piss test, blood test, and everything. They went, no, son, we're doing hair follicle test. He thought he was on it, shaved his head. They took it off his arm, and he got popped for the hair on his arm, I believe. That's what it was. So, yeah, you can't always for everything. I bought this stuff from Normal, MNRML, called Minute Man. It's urine. Whoa. It is urine you have to mix it with distilled water, shake it, and it warms up to the correct temperature. Oh, it's urine. Holy shit.
If it warms up too, that's the important thing, because they take if you bring some pee in and it ain't the right temperature, they'll make you go again, and usually you ain't going to have 2 or 3 servings of fake pee.
And what they would do when the couple times that I got tested, Scott, the attendant would take you, stand outside the bathroom, and they would say, go in, you couldn't go in with anything or do any extra kind of movements or anything. They would watch you walk into the bathroom. That's a controlled situation. And so if you didn't have it like on your leg or warm, you know, that shit had to be warm. I knew some guys that they kept it on their pant leg all the time, so it would be body temperature, because they would call you out on that shit. If you hand them a cold, like, there ain't no steam coming off of this.
Right. A lot of guys, I'll just tell you one about myself, carry it in a condom, and you put it down there by your crotch before you go in to get the heat up on it.
Damn.
But you'll also start sweating and stuff, and you'll swear that thing's leaking on you.
Oh shit. That's a more you know. Sweaty piss condom.
Thing,
condom filled with piss. You're like, I hope that's just the steam feeling and not me pissing. Well, look who's checking in a little later than normal. Mikey 2 Milks.
He needs some milk.
Mikey 2 Milks is checking in on the afternoon. Dehydrated urine, I should say. Dehydrated urine. Articulate John, much like he must have like Bob Levy. He says, I got a clean piss guy. He's under clean piss guy in his phone. FJM says, but you had to drink a ton of water with it too to get the gold seal. Bro, that's all I did, Jim. I was so paranoid that after I would smoke, I would like take a gold seal root or two and like just drink water the rest of the night. And I swore I was ahead of it, Scott, but luckily I never was tested.
Yeah, you can, and like I said, speaking from I had a little bit of experience giving them. You could dilute your pee enough, drink. It takes a lot of drinking though, but you could dilute your pee enough to where you wouldn't pick it up. But then if it wasn't the right color,
if it had too much water in it, or if you pound down too much water, they would want another one. Yeah,
right.
Rainey thinks that it's pretty sure that the Amish in Ohio grew weed. I can't imagine anything being attached to nature they wouldn't be in on.
Right.
Now, Testicle Tiger does check in at 2:03 my time and says she checked in earlier. KK, I'm out. Not going to give my bye speech again. There you go. She loves us all, and she will see us in the Perry Caravel live chat tonight, folks. And I will let you know that at 1 minute after 3 o'clock here, where I'm coming to you from the East Coast of the United States, we are officially into Overvibe. And we're going to start wrapping up this show soon. I'm going to do Bricked Up for the guys. Testicle Tiger, it's that time. Big Sexy, my CB handle. All right. Hey, come on back, Big Sexy. Talk to Teddy Bear. Come on in, Big Sexy. Amish weed greenhouse raising would be epic, wouldn't it, Popke? Mixing those two worlds together and seeing what people that are really in tune to farming and nature could do with weed could be amazing results. Ladybug was my BF. Let's see. Widow Killer says, was it the one where you swab your ass, BF? No, that was only on. Terry Nee tried to convince me that that's how you do a COVID test. He's like, I ticks this, and no, Terry, you're not doing that. I have night blindness, says our friend Articulate John. There you go. I need weed. I got day blindness. I need some of that shit too. Nice, Reenie, says Baby Sacamo. Let's catch up with the chat here. Disabled. I'm a good girl, and you would not believe the girls that have to go for piss tests that have offered me money for my piss. So my sister doesn't imbibe too much or anything, and so people know that about her, and she gets offered money for her clean piss business. Let's see. Weed is greater than no weed, says Mikey Two Milks, and that's a more you know from Mikey Two Milks. We agree.
The links we would go to smoke some weed, huh?
I'm telling you. Popke lets us know that he's sailed away from China. He's heading to Tofino with the family next week, Matt. They said you got to get your laundry clean. What's up? Matt says, Popke, Tofino is fucking beautiful. That's where I took the picture I have as my avatar. Ladies have a built-in hiding spot. Is that space between everybody? They got those labia majora. Articulate John says you can always change your oil. We're talking about oil. We're talking about labia majora. My buddy brought a Wizinator, a fake penis with powered urine because they would watch you piss. Yes, they would stand right outside the door. And the door was kind of cracked open, Scott, a little bit. Not that they were looking, but just enough that you didn't feel like you could get away with anything in there. I had one of those condoms called Come Untied and Fall and Cover Me in the Nurse in my homeboy's pee one time. Pissed all over himself and a nurse with someone else's piss. It's bad enough it's your piss, but you're pissing on someone with somebody else's piss. That's wrong. That's a party foul. The Amish have grown hemp forever, says Terry Nee, but in time for this, just in time, says Brutal Pain. Bye, Testicle Tiger. That's so hot. As we caught up with the chat. All right, so let's do this now. We are officially into Overvibe. I said ladies first, and I kept my promise. So let's finish up in a big way, because we're going to forget that whole ladies segment even happened, because I'm going to run to you now. Let's go, guys. Let's get our chubs together. Let's get bricked up.
Keep cooking in the kitchen, making it right. Working with some wood, keep me up all night. Charging through the day like the queen on the throne. Everything she does got me feeling grown. Bricked up, got the vibe. Thinking up the world, I'm watching her thrive. The apple pushing and reaching that will. But I'm in full of view, I'm staying right here. Bricked up, get bricked up. Bricked up, bring me up.
That's right, guys. We're finishing off the show and the week on a strong note. Hopefully, this has been a great, fun week of shows. Another fun week. It's Friday. We have it. We're here. We're doing it. And we're going to finish up by getting semis with a group of guys together. We're going to get bricked up. We are doing it. So let's do just that as we make our way into the weekend. And then after we do this, we're going to come back and wrap up the show and give you all those plugs to let you know where you can find all of us over the weekend. But now, guys, it's time. It's our turn to get bricked up. Oh, nope. BF, there's no sound on this. She's just hot. BF, there's no sound on this.
I don't know. She kind of looks like a guy in the face.
Really? You think so? You know, it's funny, Bobby Nick, because I see some of these attractive women and I see some guys, you know, guys make harsh comments and anyway, but some people like, oh, she looks like she's like got a little tart in her or something. I'm like, I never really thought about that, but now when I look at women, I kind of think of that too. Let's see.
I'm just because all these come from Terry Nee. I'm always waiting for that one. There's going to come a day when he's going to say it's been all about transvestites that you guys have been looking at.
Right. Oh, it may be so. That might be a thing. No, that's that Stacey. What's her? Stacey Thomas. I think she was the one that got famous just for looking hot and standing in the background during the Tyson Paul fights. Scott and Bobby Nick. That up until that time, I didn't really know her. She was like, but now that made her like the standout hot girl. I think her whole kind of profile blew up after that whole event.
Right.
So she got bricked up after that. So that's kind of where I'm familiar with her from. But let's see what else I got for you here on the Vibe. Let's see what the fuck is that link? I got goofy links in here. I got to clean up. Let's see what this next one is. All right. Oh, this is my girl. This is AI or AI don't care on this next one here. I'm gonna keep playing it until we figure it out. They got tons of them in this one.
I just wanna be yours. I wanna be yours. Baby, I just wanna be yours. I wanna be yours. Baby.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, that does look like AI. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it is, Bobby. It's kind of. I'm trying not to tell. I'm trying not to let myself believe that. Dang Lizard says, I always wondered what the justification of an employer for drug testing employees is. Seems way more common in the United States. Dang Lizard, you're not wrong, my friend. And being a weed connoisseur, I keep track of this timeline. And I can tell you from personal experience that this, at least the catalyst, a big part of the catalyst was this, Scott and Bobby Nick, was we had a horrific train wreck here in Chase, Baltimore County, probably 1981 or 1982. An Amtrak train derailed. And it was discovered that the conductor and the people operating the train were drinking on drugs. And after that, I noticed the proliferation of drug testing because people were up in arms. How did someone operate the train and all? And the people were so up in arms that we had to come up like with this whole system of knowing where all of these people, whether they be train conductors or pilots or bus drivers, we have to suddenly know. And that was kind of meeting up with the time where all of these sciences were becoming popular, Scott.
Yeah, and then for insurance reasons, you get better insurance if they know. You'll be able to get insurance on employees if the insurance company knows that you drug test them regular.
Sure,
right. You'll get better insurance packages and stuff.
Right. It always comes down to money and who's going to get screwed out of this and liability issues, right? Lawyers and insurance dictate a lot of this. So yeah, after that train wreck, everybody was starting to analyze, well, how could this happen to me? How could I get sued or be maybe left responsible for someone dying or getting, under the influence of drugs? And it kind of became a thing. So that's when I really first noticed it take off after that terrible train wreck that we had here all those years ago. And then after that, it was like, it just felt like, I always thought that it was kind of invasive too, Scott. I hated it at first. I still hate it, but I hate the concept of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was so archaic that they could take your body juices and test them, but go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially because, just because you was high 2 days ago with weed doesn't mean you're high at work 2 days later, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's another thing too. Then there was levels of influence, like exactly, because just because, like Bobby Nick was saying, if it doesn't leave your system in a certain amount of time, it doesn't mean you're necessarily under the influence at that time. Just because it might have lingered in your blood or other body chemicals, if you will. So I definitely
there's such a thing as drinking and smoking responsibly,
Yeah.
But that all went out the door after, like I said, after all that kind of stuff happened, and then it became like the standard. And it's much like everything else. It's like they find there's a justification to basically limit your rights or to charge you for something. Find a way to just create another kind of a barrier to progress, I guess, if you will. Well, let's continue on because we're doing the vibe here. Popke says the beauty of being self-employed is that I would fail every drug test. Exactly. That's why I enjoy doing this, because even though I got myself to a point in my career where they weren't testing me anymore or anything, it was still something that you just had to unnecessarily kind of think about, or always kind of looming over there. You wonder if it was ever going to get caught doing it or whatever. So I'm glad all that's over, and I'm glad that we're getting bricked up. We're getting semis with the guys. So let's check this out. Let's check out these. Let them free these motorcycle kitties. I was a little worried because Brutal Pain sent me this one. Set them titties free, girl. Yeah, Brutal Pain sent me this, and bro, I had to watch the whole thing because I had to study because I was worried that you might expose something. I thought you were gonna do it right there. You got that. All right, there you go. We look at them titties. We're getting bricked up and getting semis with the guys here as we wrap up a fun week of shows and a fun show today here on The Vibe. Let's see, I'll just throw this in here real quick again because this is just AI or AI don't care. Not a guy with Big Judge Shepardini. Let's go. Come on, we're finishing up the show. Getting bricked up with the guys. I hope everybody has a great weekend. I hope you join us tonight for our shows we're doing. I hope you join me tomorrow night. And I'm probably going to talk all the boys in. I think we got Scott online already. And maybe we can get Bobby Nick. And then I'll call our producer, Shawnee. And I'm like, come on, we going to do this. We're going to have the boys on. It's going to be We Don't Need No Stinking Chris Abels tomorrow night at 10 o'clock East. We're going to be doing that. But right now, we're finishing up getting bricked up here on The Vibe. As I find my last piece of content or two to play for you, I want to make sure it's a good one. So let me make sure. I was pulling up some good ones today. So let me make sure I leave you the right one. So I don't label all these well. But I found one that I think will be just right to finish up this show with today to be properly bricked up. And then we're going to do our plugs and we're going to ease on down the road. Oh, Jesus, I got a lot to choose from, but there was one in particular that I was going to share with you. Let's see. Oh, come on. I'm opening them, all of them. I should just show you one of them. Oh, here we go. All right, this is the one I'm going to show you, I think. All
what
right,
are you
here,
eating,
guys.
Bobby Nick?
Grapes. They're fucking wonderful.
Big old giant bag of them.
Yeah.
He won't eat avocados, but he's there. Send him some avocados, says Shepardini. Look. Right away, he says it. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to leave you here with this last piece of content to get bricked up to. And then we're going to come back and tell you all of our plugs because we're nowhere near done having fun with you guys all weekend. You know we'll be around on Friday night and Saturday night and, hell, probably Sunday and every day with Bobby Nick. We'll check in with him in a minute. But right now, let's play this last piece to get bricked up to, guys. It's my favorite superhero. It's Underboob. Oh, that sounds right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, give it to me, baby.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to come.
Oh, shit, that's a sound drop. Goddamn, Joe Rogan. Yes, I played it a lot extra because I'm highly heterosexual. Look at Scott is just sitting there pondering his existence. And then
He was right, BF. That's worth digging, looking around for.
Thank you very much. I thought you would appreciate that, being highly heterosexual as you are. I hope you guys all enjoyed that. And if you didn't, shame on you. Or just catch us Monday where we do it again. But that was bricked up.
She's cooking in the kitchen, making it right. Working with some wood, keep me up all night. Charging through the day like a queen on the throne. Everything she does got me feeling grown. Bricked up, got the vibe. Thinking up the world, I'm watching her fly. See out the pushing and meet you, that's clear. But I'm in full of you, I'm staying right here. Bricked up, get bricked up. Bricked up, bring me up.
That's right, a fun segment for the guys. Bricked up. Popkey knows underboob. Oh, Mr. Shuley, no, Mr. Shuley, no. Underboob lady. That was the mix of two things. I don't know. A little disconcerting. Juggalette Jen, she's a friend and a fan, and she knows that we're in an over vibe at 15 minutes past the hour. Imagine the smell, says Jerry Shepardini. I don't know. Love edging with 25 other people, but don't release until I do. We're going to get first. Oh, he did. You guys didn't listen to it. All right. Hey, Bobby Nick, we're finishing up a great fun week of shows. You know what's up, brother. You know we have chat family, and these people are so cool. I wanted to play something for you before we get out of here that you might have missed. A couple of things. But, you know, Wendy is your girl, right? We love Wendy, right? She's always a Wendy to me, is what I say.
She shits up her pants.
'Cause she's always a Wendy to me. You know what to do. Chris Popke strikes, but she's always a Wendy to me as we have fun. Thank you, Chris Popke, for some great original fun content like that. Hell, Perry don't even have that, or Tom B. I did share the let's have some fun with the Perry ones, because I shared this one on the Perry Caravella Discord, and you can go get a copy too. People were having fun.
Yeah.
The Angel of Da, I call this. Angel of Da, Scott. All right, we're going to play a little mini Perry concert show. Compliments of Chris Popke. I'm going to play these couple songs, and then we're going to do our plugs. We're going to have fun on PCL tonight, so we're getting psyched.
Bananas in my home. And another banana that I don't need.
See, he got bananas, you got avocados.
I don't fucking need bananas.
I don't need avocados.
Bananas, I don't want anymore.
He likes bananas, and he likes 7-Up.
I enjoy bananas.
We're getting psyched for Perry Caravella tonight. 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock East. You know why? Because Perry always tells Bob it's his house.
My house.
It's his house.
He's not allowed in my house.
No
No
fish.
one's allowed in my
No
house.
smoking.
Unless I allow
No-
them in my house.
no Tony.
Then if I allow them here, they're allowed. My house. My house.
Then they're allowed.
Who the hell, Jagoff?
BF likes to block people as much as I like giving handies, and the devil's 666.
No.
I heard that somewhere. Fuck yeah!
But just don't think that Perry didn't shoot the sheriff. He did not.
My gun shot the sheriff.
His gun did.
They didn't shoot the deputy.
Nope.
Oh no. My gun shot the sheriff.
But you know I wasn't holding it.
Ow, ow!
And there you go, folks. The concert is over. One more time tonight. This is where you're going to find me. I'll be hanging out with all my PCL chat family tonight. It's Friday night PCL. And like I've been saying, it starts at 5 Pacific, 8 o'clock to our people here on the East Coast. I'll be seeing my chat family in there tonight. So that's what I'll be doing. But as far as what everybody else is doing, I'm going to throw it over to my boy Scott Fitzpatrick here. I'm going to remind that good chance you're going to be on Replayables tomorrow night if you can make it. But let everybody know where they can see you, Scott Fitzpatrick.
Right on, man. Tonight will be Lunatic Lounge at 7 o'clock Eastern time on the.
Oh,
you got it, man.
it.
Fuck yeah.
On the Bobby Nick channel at Bobby Nick 1978. And again, that was be 7 o'clock Eastern time. And also Saturday at 7 o'clock Eastern time is No Filter with Andrew and Friends. And then I guess after that on Saturday, I will be making a return to Replayables, and it sounds pretty awesome, man. I'm looking
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do that, Scott. Chris is he's doing his thing and all. And he was like, oh, BF, you want to do a show? And I said right away, I think we would do a show because he did a show last week when I went on my date with Terry Name. So it's only right that I can fill in for him when he's doing something else. But when we have to call it, we don't need no stinking Chris Abels. And I think we're going to have all you guys here tonight. So yeah, join Scott tomorrow for No Filter with Andrew and Friends tomorrow night. And then join him after that at 10 o'clock on 100 Proof Podcasting. He's going to be hanging out with us. And now, Bobby Nick, it's as if you didn't have enough podcasts to do or talk about. I'm talking you into Replayables. So let me see what you come up with when we go to Bobby, who's going to tell us where you can find him over the weekend.
Well, I'll stop eating my grapes for a minute so I can do my plugs here. But yeah, tonight, like Scott said, at 7 p.m. Eastern, check out at Bobby Dick 1978. We got a fun episode of the Lunatic Lounge. So fuck yeah, we'll be doing that.
Fuck yeah.
And then tomorrow night, no filter. Oh yeah, during the day, in the lounge, of course.
Damn. Daytime lounge.
Yeah, Saturday is always in the lounge time. Yeah, I do a music video show, guys, on Rumble.
Daytime lounge.
For the low price of $1, you can see your music video requests on my show. So go to rumble.com/The Bobby Nick Show, or just search up The Bobby Nick Show on rumble.com. And then, of course, no filter with Andrew and Friends at 7 p.m. Eastern. And I don't know, maybe replayables right after that.
Let's see what we can fit in, Scott. I mean, Bobby Nick, because every podcast isn't enough. We got to add some to them. So you're already doing everyone, or so you thought. But we're going to try to see if the scheduling works out. That we're going to get Bobby, Nick, and Scott on tomorrow night, and I think that'll make for a fun time now. So thanks for kind of coming up with this and working with this job idea on the fly. I appreciate it because I think it'll be a lot of fun for everybody. Spurk Snake gives the devil horns. The royalties are flooding in, says Popkey, from all of those great hits. Thank you for all your fun contributions to this, Popkey. I really, I appreciate that, man. This guy's got stuff in my mailbox live during the show and right afterwards. And you can make some jokes about that if you want. Good show, BF, and have a great Friday, everyone, says Not the Bees, 2098. See you later on tonight in the chat. Ooh, says Jerry Shepardini. Popkey would like the super chat Scott a microphone stand. Oh, he just took a juicy one in it. Why, Popkey? Because that's all he's going to do is constantly take it out. Or if you get him a fart like an ass mic stand, he would probably take that. Rumble don't come, says our friend Jay Shepardini. And thanks, fellas, says Brian. No, thank you. First of all, thank to my boys Bobby, Nick, and Scott, and everybody for joining me Monday through Friday, every day they can, for helping create a vibe here. That's what we do here every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 3-ish, and I think we did it. We did it all day. We did it all week. We have it. We did it. We're doing it. We're done.
We're doing it.
So I hope you remember where to find all of us tonight. I'll be in the PCL chat with you tonight. The boys will be doing stuff tonight, tomorrow, and all weekend. So for Scott Fitzpatrick and Bobby Nick, and for the rest of the chat family, thank you for your continued support. Thanks for coming in here and giving me a place to do this and creating a vibe with me. Peace and love. Oh, one last fart on my sign out. And we'll see you the next time we see you on the vibe, folks, because this is not bye. It's just bye for now, everybody. Bye for now. See you later. See you all weekend.
That's enough internet for me today. I am going to wash myself with holy water to get rid of all the stupidity I saw today.